We are ready to blast off. Good luck, everyone. I'm going to go on mute so I can talk to my stream, but...
Good luck.
Alright, Streamo. We're taking Jace the Mind Sculptor here, because it's Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Sure, there's some cards in this cube.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm gonna pick one of them, but I don't know which.
That's the rub.
Kind of an easy pick there. Probably, I don't know, second, maybe third best card in the cube.
Problem with hanging out with you means I can't talk to everybody else.
Yeah, that is the problem.
Wife or everybody else?
I mean, if you get on the voice chat, you could potentially talk to everybody and me.
Yeah, but you can't respond.
That's true. No one else seems to be talking, though, so...
They were a second ago.
Alright. Not really an obvious follow-up to Jace the Mind Sculptor here, gotta say. I did aggro the last couple times, I think, so I'm not, like, super excited about trying that again right now. Could just take a generically good card. Lingering Souls is very powerful, although sort of tough on the mana. Battle Sphere is very powerful, though tough on the acceleration.
Talk about cute cards and I'll talk about the UI of this one.
Villas, I don't really want to take until I have some, like, cheating out stuff going on. Although Hell's Caretaker does do that. This is kind of a medium cheating card, so I don't want to take it and go early. Batterskull's alright. I don't love this if you don't have Stoneforge Mystic, though. Resto is very good. I like this card a lot. I'm just going to take Lingering Souls, though. You can usually, like, play two of these colors and splash the third, and it's pretty good. Or play one of these colors and splash the other. I don't love being black-white, but...
Anyway, I like that Hell's Caretaker with a white border has a black backer. If you look at it, it's got little black triangles in it.
Yeah.
It's very good.
I don't know why that happens.
It's great.
Alright. I kind of like Flooded Strand here, although Silent Clearing definitely does help me play Lingering Souls no matter what, right?
Is that Gatha under us? Or is it somebody else?
I don't know. The 7th edition art... I think it's like... 7th edition had this weird lore of its very own that's like, there are paladins for each cardinal direction, and I think this is one of them fucking with another one or something.
Okay, but the person that's being dressed looks Talarian.
Yeah, that's possible.
Well, the thing is about 7th edition is there's a ton of Talarian.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it could be.
Talaria.
Everybody quiets up when they're drafting.
Alright. Oh, we gotta make a decision.
Muted
It's
my
gotta
mic
be a land here.
Sure, it's nice to hang out with.
What fun interaction.
This is what that's the joke we always just make, because it's even more.
I'm gonna take
funny
Flooded Strand
when,
because like it helps
drafting,
cast
which
both
I
of
used to
these
do
very
all the time,
powerful
where
cards.
your
Metamorph
seven
is
best
also nice.
friends sitting around the table, not talking for the next.
It's like a movie, right?
Ooh. Well, I'm feeling good about like the sort of blue-white direction, I think. Winds of Abandon and Elspeth Sun's Champion are both very strong, like
The last
controlling
movie
blue
we saw in
cards.
theaters is Sonic. Imagine that.
And I don't know which is better. Winds of Abandon hasn't really been in the cube long enough for me to have a great understanding of how
I feel like I
good
lucked
it is.
out.
I know
got
it's
to do a
insane
double
and real
feature in
limited,
Century
but
Cinema. That was the last
then again,
movie.
so is Elspeth.
That was the last movie, I guess.
Nice.
You can't just say
I'm
you
just
had a
gonna
double
go with
feature
what
and
I'm
not say
familiar
what
with.
those are.
Probably not the greatest
It
strategy in
was
general.
Sleepless
Also,
in
like
Seattle and
Green
Joe
Sun
versus
and Worlds are good.
Some
Also, I'm gonna
Criterion
turn down
collection
the
right there.
general chat, so
Tom Hanks, Ethan.
I'm obviously louder.
Exactly. Yeah, that's.
Hello. It's Liz. I decided to leave your room so I could talk to people.
It's my wife, and it's now or never.
I ain't gonna live forever.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Liz always makes fun of me for that because she's never heard that song, except for the one time I played it for her to explain what the fuck I was talking about. There are a couple interesting options here. Anguished Unmaking is definitely one of them. Like if I'm doing sort of an Esper thing, which is kind of where I'm going.
Actually trade you guys the cards.
I could also just be black-white,
And we'll
which
put
in which case Anguished
No, I
Unmaking is
guess
still
we'll
good.
send you out updates.
Hero is good, but it's a little more aggressive than what I want. I don't think you take Davriel this early. Perilous Mirror is a good blocker, but I think it's just Anguished Unmaking.
It has been an entire week and a half since I last opened the program, so
I like Gul'dar's Assassin if you're pretty heavy black because it doesn't have good early plays. I feel like this deck is gonna have good early plays. Unfortunately, none of these lands really are anywhere near what I want. So I'm just gonna take Serum Visions. It's a good card. Nice. All right, that Hallowed Fountain is a great pickup. I'm really happy about it. Over Exclusion Mage, Sword of War and Peace. It's kind of the worst sword in the cube.
What is this card still doing?
There's some spicy
Oh
cards.
damn! All right,
Yeah.
I just
we are living the dream. There are a lot of good cards here. Angel of Sanctions is really good. Phyrexian Arena is really good. Cryptologist is pretty
I
good.
haven't cubed in
but
so long, I'm
we're
playing
taking
cards,
Godless
it's like,
Shrine,
all
no
right,
question,
haven't played before
absolutely
you,
no
and I'm
question.
looking up the record in my brain, and it's like 404 record not found. I'm like, shit, I gotta play it now.
Wow, that is a late Arbor Elf. Green is clearly open, but then again, so is Esper. So I don't know what to think about that.
Adora made a comment in the channel if you haven't seen.
Aw, Pelucranos died while I was gone. What a bum.
Yeah. No, the boy is dead.
Ripperoni.
I guess. I mean, we could also just take Duretti and hope to wheel that. Like, honestly, this might be more likely for us to play than Persecutor. This card. I mean, it's Jace, Elspeth, and Anguished Unmaking all do kill this. So yeah, all right, we'll take Persecutor and probably sideboard it. But if our mana is great, we might not. Hell's Caretaker is interesting. We could sort of slide into a kind of a reanimation thing. So that or Sunbaked Canyon, which is good. I do like playing these sort of
I'm very happy about
without playing half color Horizon Canopies, but this is probably a deck that's gonna lose life fairly easily. So Hell's Caretaker also does get rid of Abyssal Persecutor eventually. All right, well, white's clearly open.
The Mitgo Eula.
I like Mana Tithe. We're probably going to be able to get some cheap removal out of black, so the Mana Tithe is just kind of irreplaceable.
Never not accepted.
Kitchen Finks is probably a better sideboard card than Core Hookmaster. Again, it's definitely a sideboard, but let's see. So what are we hoping for? I think more cheap stuff is good. Mana Acceleration would be really good. Like
Read it, and then it tells you.
Cold Steel Heart would be basically perfect for this deck. Wouldn't hate more fixing. Unfortunately, I think the black-white Painland or Horizon Land didn't wheel, but that's not unexpected. Ooh, Davriel's actually pretty good here. Davriel gets better the more Planeswalkers you have, I think, because it forces them to sort of split up their attacks more. It's also kind of a win condition later in the game. Ooh, I don't mind that.
Oh boy.
Alright, Awakening Zone, obviously not
Spicy with
playable.
my hands.
I love her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I really want to build a bear deck. It's just all bear stuff.
Yeah, just build a bear.
I know I said I wanted Mana Acceleration, and I would like a Hedron Archive. I would also really like Wormcoil, but
The deck
I feel like
already
taking
might be-
Sunken Hollow and
No,
making
do I
Flooded
care?
Strand just cut
No.
any possible combination is good. Phantasmal Image also very good. This is just a really good pack. Outside of my colors, Kolaghan's Command is really good. Electrolyze is good.
It's just the same.
Lightning Bolt, obviously, bonkers powerful. Oh wow. All right, we have a decision to make. It's Coalition Relic or Thief of Sanity, no question.
One of them has a
I think it's gotta be Relic. We have some, like, Mana Acceleration's really good for us. Mana Fixing's really good for us. But man, I want that Thief of Sanity too. I'm sad about this. Oh, actually, the thing that dies in Tutor's Planeswalkers would also be great for us, but now our mana's like perfect and we kind of don't need to take anymore. I mean, we'll snag later stuff, and we'll probably snag a fetch land if we can, just because like it gets all three of our colors. But anything less than that is probably off the table in terms of mana fixing, and we can spend those picks on valuable action cards. This deck is turning out great, by the way. I'm really happy with where this is at. I don't know about y'all, but I'm living my best life over here.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing all right.
I'm living some kind of life. The results are yet to be determined.
I'm trying
Mine
something that I honestly don't know even how it works on Magic Online, so we'll see.
Promising.
Dexter, I feel like that almost uniquely determines a category of card in your deck.
I think she switched out some of the cards in the cube. Make sure people didn't get pranked by UI.
I think my first pick guarantees.
All right, I like just taking another Planeswalker here. Planeswalkers get better with Planeswalkers, so... And we have the mana to do this.
I think she just swapped.
Otherwise, if I weren't taking this, I'd probably take Skin Render. I don't think Baral is great here.
She didn't want people to get by their own deck.
And having some amount of creature removal is good. We don't right now, so something to keep an eye on. Semi-useful Triome, but again, we don't really need lands right now. I like Doom Whisperer. Immortal Sun is terrible for us. I like Gideon Jura a lot. Yeah, I'm just, super friends, right? This does mean that, like, I wouldn't mind Chromatic Lantern now that we have so many 5-mana Planeswalkers, 5+ mana Planeswalkers. And I wouldn't mind, I would love still a 2-mana Artifact Accelerator, but, oh man, okay. Again, decisions, I want this Irrigated Farmland, but exactly like I was talking about before, I don't think we can afford it right now. I think we just take Murderous Rider. This card's really strong. Killing Planeswalkers in this set is great. I really like Day of Judgment here. I think, like, with us being so Planeswalker heavy, Wraths are just incredible. I would play 2 pretty easily, I think. Alright, I'll take Victim of Night. This is not the sort of card we're going to be casting on 2 mana very often, but I think it's still fine to sort of save it for later. Ooh, this is interesting. I actually haven't been super impressed with Tetzimoc. Like, needing to pay 6 to actually have it do anything isn't great. I like Censor. I like Charming Prince. Charming Prince's Flicker ability doesn't really do anything for us. We're not likely to be creature heavy enough for that to be good. The Scry 2 and Gain 2 life is real, though. The early play is real. But Censor's also an early play. I think I'm just going to take this. I think that card's good. Ooh, alright, Hedron Archive is great. It doesn't accelerate us to any Planeswalkers other than Elspeth, but it makes it a lot easier for us to play 2 things in one turn. Although, maybe we want Revoker. Like, this is a good early answer to stuff. It sort of helps us if they start accelerating early, helps sort of keep us in the game. And it's just a sort of lower drop when we have a lot of expensive cards already. Yeah, kind of convinced myself that Revoker's the pick.
Better card wheel. I can't not do the stupid thing I set myself up to maybe be able to do.
That's true. That's
Yeah, that's correct, Jules.
Great.
happy to help.
All right. Crystal Shard is good with specifically Murderous Rider, and I guess Abyssal Persecutor. History of Benalia is a decent defensive card. I mean, it's obviously better on the offense. I'm just going to take the Crystal Shard. I think more than likely we don't play it, but it's certainly a possibility to be sideboarded, and if we get another couple creatures that are good with it. It is truly bonkers with Murderous Rider. I mean, you have to pay a bunch of mana each time you loop that, but it's still, I think, really good. Oh, hey, Ferns, I'm sorry, I didn't have chat up for some amount of time, so. Because I'm dumb. For whatever reason, I had Discord up, even though everyone in Discord is on voice. How's the balance between voice and, or between Discord voice and my voice, by the way? that's kind of how it's supposed to be for this section. All right, let's see. Bloodgift Demon, Baral, Gilded Lotus. All reasonable picks here. I don't think I want the Bloodgift Demon. We have so many 5-drops. Well, we have 2 5-drops, but like I feel like we're going to be heavy on high drops. Baral, again, doesn't really make many of my spells better. I'm just going to take the Gilded Lotus. It fixes, it helps me cast multiple things.
It's about sending a message.
I like Doom Whisper. It's not the best, but Approach of the Second Sun could actually be good in like a very grindy matchup. But it's starting in the sideboard for sure.
Locked down where my draft is going. So far, I figured out one of my cards I'm definitely not playing.
All right, wow.
Good.
Wow.
Sounds like your lockdown is being more efficient then.
A lot of cards I really like here. I like Foxy's a lot. I think what I'm taking here, Pact of Mitigation is really strong, especially to like land a Planeswalker and protect it. Yeah, I'm almost certainly wheeling something good here. Coercive Portal is just great. Just really good card advantage, although kind of redundant with Planeswalkers in a sense. Nexus of Fate is really good for those like grindy control matchups. There's a chance that this deck starts decking itself. Elspeth Conqueror's Death lets me get my Planeswalkers back, but I think our weakest point right now is inexpensive cards, and Thoughtseize really helps with that. All right.
Oh my god, this card is sick.
We could probably wheel this Sorin.
No.
Slaughter Pact could be good. We're low on creature removal right now, but I'm gonna take Elspeth because again, Planeswalkers get better with Planeswalkers. Still, like even just a Mind Stone would be unreal for us. It's unlikely that we'll get one at this point. I think people understand that those are high picks, but I still want it. All right, I'm taking a Go for the Throat. We could use more creature removal. I think we want something cheaper than Ruinous Path. Wouldn't hate wheeling Nighthawk or something here, but I think Go, or Ruinous Path, honestly. But Go for the Throat's like the pick. All right. So we haven't really picked up any new lands since I last talked about how we didn't really need to prioritize lands. I was kind of hoping we'd get some mediocre lands late, and we haven't. So we could take Rogren Triome here. The other option is Tezzeret, who again, like I keep saying, Planeswalkers get better with Planeswalkers, and that continues to be true. But we do have a lot of double color spells. We do have 4 really good fixers. I don't know. I'm mixed. I think I'm going to take the Tezzeret. I think I lack the discipline. Okay, Windswept Heath we can't possibly pass. This is a 3-color fixer. Over basically nothing, actually. Mimic Vat's okay for us, but it's not great. So, that was nice. Love taking lands over nothing. Still, as always, the best possible card we could open is, or we could see is a Cold Steel Heart followed by Prismatic Lens.
There are signets in this cube. It's the first one I've seen.
I think there's just the one.
Yeah, there is one signet in the cube. It takes the place of a dual land.
Yeah.
The way I designed this cube is each color pair gets a different selection of lands, sort of based on its needs.
Natalie doesn't like it's in cube, which is eminently reasonable. But has included some specific off-color or bits of cycles to juice various color pairs to do assorted things, and so I think she decided that one signet was needed for, I don't remember what signet is, but that set of colors.
It's Boros Signet. So speaking of Boros Signet, we're taking Boros Signet. I keep talking about how we want cheap artifact ramp, and this is even half color, so like that's basically ideal. I'm really happy about that pickup.
If they're just like one of the 2 colors, just as a sort of ramp.
And that's fine. It's there to help out. My impression.
Yeah, that's accurate, Liz. You all can hear me in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. yeah, so the Signet, Boros Signet is there because I really want to make it possible to build like a red-white control deck, which is not a thing in most cubes, but it helps allow me to add more powerful red cards without mono red becoming completely dominant when there's more pressure on the color for other drafters to take stuff from it who aren't going strictly aggro. So it has some stuff like Boros Signet to help with that. And like a very real strategy in the cube is like first pick Boros Signet as a way of going into red-white control. Or, you know, some sort of like Jeskai control works too, or Mardu control.
Yeah, I've definitely drafted Super Friends in this cube by starting off with Boros Signet.
Wow. All right. Really good pack. Golas is kind of tempting. We don't have any way of making... Well... We could play one Forest, and we have red. And we have red from Coalition Relic, too. God, Golas is really tempting. I just don't think we want another 4-drop, though. A Johnny Vengeance is all... oh, right. We aren't main red, so probably not that. Just take Mu Yanling. You could also take Kiora Best as the Sea God. This card is bananas, if you can cast it. But our deck's pretty high-end already. I kind of don't want another 7-drop. Yeah, I'm just going to take Mu.
Wheel that card and then realized it was very hard to wheel.
Yeah.
We're blessed. We're blessed!
Weird but true.
Wow.
I'm having similar.
All right, so this is the bonkers pack, and indeed, Ferns, as you say, we definitely did wheel something. We wheeled enough stuff that I don't even know what to pick here. God, Elspeth Conquers Death is so bonkers. Nexus of Fate, though, just gives us so much like long game, and taking an extra turn is incredible in this deck. Council's Judgment shores up our slightly weak removal section, although it's actually not that weak right now. Coercive Portal, again, I think is just redundant with a Planeswalker. I think I'm going to take Elspeth Conquers. I think this card is just...
What this thing needs is
bananas.
style way to arrange your picks on the fly.
You can sort by different things,
Yeah.
but you can't sort custom, which is
It
annoying.
would be nice to be able to like put them in little piles and stuff like that, you know.
I kind of like Valorous Stance here. I don't think we can cast Cavalier of Gales. Plus, we don't really need another 5. Valorous Stance is a good like sideboard card against decks that can make cards like that. All right, I'll take an Icefall Regent again for the sideboard.
I forget the name of the tool that we drafted with the first time, where we put something in your
We're not playing any of
then
these.
when you made the deck request to me, it just didn't ask for those cards. So anything that was in your sideboard was like, screw you, you can't have that. That was pretty cool when we figured that one out.
All right. Just sort of cutting cards that we aren't playing. I wonder if there's a way to draft directly into your sideboard in this interface. So we need, what? 1 cut? 2 cuts? Ooh, is this good? No? No, I think it's pretty bad. Also, again, we don't have red. I keep forgetting that we don't have red. I mean, we kind of have red, but... I'm disappointed that we didn't take Golos, because it would be really sweet, but oh well. I think we're probably cutting Doom Whisperer.
This is good. There's a lot of new cards that I like from the last 4 years, but there's still a lot of...
Just because we have so many 5s that are better.
But yeah, no, there's mostly the cards are gonna be what you're.
And 1 more cut somewhere. Probably not Ghoul-Draw's Assassin, just because our low drops are so pitiful right now. I don't know. I don't know. I do think this deck is really sweet, though. I'm really excited to play this. I guess I'll generate random teams. What? Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to who was passing to me. That would be something.
Ever have a situation where you can't kill anything with greater than 2 toughness?
Yeah,
As long as you
a
can
lot.
kill your opponent.
Yeah,
Well,
if you
you'd
just
have
kill
to be
your
fighting
opponent, it's not a problem.
Exactly.
You'd have to be fighting something like larger than a bear for that to be real. So that's pretty. I mean, a bear. Think about that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I've been hiking a lot of times. I've never had to fight anything larger than a bear.
Yeah. Yeah. Take it from Jewel.
You can trust Jules.
So, am I the only
So,
one who noticed the technical
are
detail?
we-
He said he's never had to fight anything larger than a bear, but didn't also rule out anything else.
Are we all done then?
Oh, is it
I
done?
think so.
I think it's done.
Am I sending this to Joyred then?
Yeah, send your deck list to Liz.
DM me your deck list.
Or Liz, yeah.
Do-
Remember, you'll need to adjust any
Leave it on
split
Magic
cards
Online
or
name
adventure
so that I can
cards.
find you on Magic Online. Be the cards. Folks who work for WotC, you should be able to just upload your deck list to your account, and it'll put your deck for you.
Yeah, so really the only person who hasn't done this before and needs to do anything special
The
is
instructions
Dexter.
in
But
uh,
who is Sir Box-a-Lot?
There you are, Liz.
That's me.
Okay, cool. Because I'm doing random teams, so I will post those lists in just a sec. Table. I call it.
So I should send my deck to Liz.
And Spark Mage Master must be Dexter then?
who I am Joyred Artificer on.
That's me. I'm Archmage.
Cool.
Do you want our deck list from the Waxy people?
I don't care. This is just so I can trade you the cards you need for your deck.
Yep.
So it doesn't really matter.
Great. Didn't know if you wanted like metrics of what people were drafting or anything. Thanks.
Actually, no. Why don't you kick it to me and I'll save it for Nat? Because she does decide. She used to do a lot of analytics on this, and she has.
Yeah, I guess that's a little bit easier now since people don't have
being
to
on Magic
like.
Online, it is a little different.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Liz, if you wouldn't mind archiving those, I guess
If
I
you
can.
find me. I think I commented. You know what? I'm just gonna comment in the channel in. Oh no, wrong one. I'm gonna comment in Quarantine Cube, and then you can just like right click on my username to me.
I think you can also right click on your username from the.
Oh, I guess I have an alias in here. Well, anyway, sure, Artificer, Twitter, and also everywhere else.
I've returned.
All right, so we can split into group 1 and group 2 channels. So since I called table, my team is in this voice chat, and the other
There's a
team.
number of steps.
And we will go into the group 1 decks channel, and the other team is in.
Group 2.
Yeah. All right.
You is going to enter the cube too.
So
What team am I on? I did not know this was a team draft. Or I would have drafted differently.
it's random teams after. So it's a team draft that's designed to make you not draft differently.
Oh, okay.
Nat,
Yes.
hate to break it to you, my team gets room 1 because I definitely called table after the end of pack 2 first.
Did you?
Liz even made fun of me for it, so I earned this.
Okay.
I did. I heard that as well. You called table after Teddy, Natalie. I'm afraid to.
Yeah. No, I believe it. I just didn't hear.
Now, mysteriously, I just don't get a deck.
All right. Hey, Sarah.
Hello.
How's your deck?
I thought it was gonna be a lot sweeter. I think it's still pretty good. I took a. What was my first pick? It was. I was debating between Llanowar Elves and Through the Breach.
Wow, what a debate. I think you took through the breach because I saw that Llanowar elves.
Yeah, and then next pack I took Ilhog. That Llanowar elves tabled, so I am
Oh my
green,
god.
red. I can splash black, so I have Ilhog in Through the Breach. The things I have that are more expensive than it to breach are only Primetime, Inferno Titan, Hornet Queen, and Gristlebrand.
Wow, you really slow rolled that last one.
Yeah, but I'm debating not playing Gristlebrand and Through the Breach. I'll probably still play Ilhog because he's a big boy that can just like cheat out a Titan.
Yeah, and people get scared of him.
What?
People get scared of Ilharg.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like I didn't see any of the Eldrazi, which is what I was really looking for. I didn't see any at all.
Yeah, there was an Ulamog somewhere. Someone else must have taken it.
Damn.
Like a proper, like Eldrazi Titan
someone-
Ulamog, you know.
I opened in Iona, and it was a close pick between that or something else. I think it might have been between that and Gristlebrand, and I was like, I'm gonna take Gristlebrand over Iona.
Makes sense.
But now I'm like, I might just be like green, red mid-range. I also have like Vraska the Unseen, Duress, and Marin of Clan Neltoth, which I think are all very good cards.
Yeah, totally.
I also took Pact of Negation to go full combo, but
sick.
I don't think I need it anymore.
Ah, bummer.
How about you? What's your...
Esper Super Friends. I think my deck is pretty bonkers.
Yeah.
I got so many Planeswalkers.
I was trying to avoid doing what I did last 2 drafts because it was like late, and then like in packs 1 and 3, like I just kept seeing red-white cards, and I was like, should have just been red-white. Should have just gone red-white.
Yeah, it seemed like the gold cards at least were really open, although I don't know if the colors were really open. I mean, white was pretty open, but I was in it, so it was like, great, perfect.
Yeah. Where do I post? Okay. In Quarantine Cube. No? Excuse me? Copy. Paste. Why will it not?
Okay, what do we do when we are ready to play?
If you're ready to play, just post in the Quarantine Cube channel and say you're ready, and someone from the other team will eventually say they're ready.
Hello. Me and Liz are jumping over here while we finish up.
Oh my god.
Hey, Liz. Hey, Ducks.
Magic Online. Fuck.
What was that, Liz?
It's Liz. She's getting me my cards, but Magic Online I think is...
Magic Online's UI is...
It is the worst. I mean, I honestly, like, after sort of comparing it with Arena, I think in a gameplay situation,
Attempting to trade you.
once you are familiar with Magic Online, it's better than Arena. But that once you're familiar with is a huge bar to clear. But I still think the collection management is kind of a travesty, so.
Mister, get in Magic Online now.
I'm in it. I was
Alright.
reviewing the thing to make the page to make sure there wasn't anything I had to do before I clicked.
I got it.
So that's my deck list. I need 2 cuts from that.
I'll look at it.
Natalie said she would be mad if I asked any questions that were answerable on the website, so I'm just referring to it.
That's a dig at Ketsi, who the first time we did this just did not read the instructions at all.
He just refused to read it.
And it will add it to the trade. So that should...
It's more annoying to wait for me to read the instructions instead of asking the question.
At this point, maybe.
Sorry. Alright, so I do this. I will receive... is that all of them? That's all of them. Yeah,
So,
45. This trade seems amenable to me.
Oh, you're willing to just take cards for free?
Better give him back, Dexter, or we won't be friends anymore.
Just for you.
Cool. Appreciate
Oh.
it.
Confirm. Plays a little sound. Congratulations
Yep.
on your successful trade. All right.
David, what's your deck?
I tried doing mono black, but then in pack 3 there were no black, so I am Grixis. I just drafted these cards, hope they work together.
Can you post a screenshot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
In this room?
Yeah, in the enter the cube 2 or in the group 2 decks room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys do sideboard. Okay.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah. So, what did I draft? You can. You see
Yeah,
it
Josh,
on the
this is
video?
my deck.
Figure it out,
I think
yeah.
it's pretty sick. I
I think Natalie had a good guess about what
I think you drafted a companion, Dexter.
I sure did. I was like, it was fun because I've been out of Magic for hella days, and my first pack had Oko and this companion. Oko. I heard a lot about this card. I haven't played with it, but I have heard a lot about it. I read a lot about it, so it's either this or I get to play with this cool companion. I think I'll play with the companion. People were kind of mad about this Oko guy, so I don't want to make anybody mad. So I passed Oko and I took Gyruda. And about halfway through, I was starting to realize, like, you could just play Garuda. You don't have to have it be your companion.
But you probably should.
You probably should have it be your companion.
Yeah.
If you can.
If it's at all possible. It's just...
That's. I mean, I took it. It was my very first drafted card, so I definitely drafted around it. I think my fixing is bad. I'll post it.
I like your deck, David.
I took some fetches and I just did not see any like of the green X like duals or triples, I guess now either that I needed. It was all like green, white, and like green, blue.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I didn't really either, Sarah. I saw a bunch of green, like red, black going around too, but...
Yeah, I saw the Blood Crypt and I debated taking it early, but I wasn't for sure black at that point. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, your mana is pretty rough, Sarah.
Yeah, it's...
Not gonna lie.
That's why I'm like, I might just cut black. Like... I might just cut black and leave in the Grizzlebrand because I have the Through the Reach and Ilhog.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate splashing for Marin and Vraska. I think the Duress and the Slaughter Pact are pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I guess I'm not full combo. Like, that's why I had the Duress, because it was like...
I need one cut if anyone can give me a hand.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were... So you got the Boros Signet.
Yeah. It was passed to me directly after everyone was talking about it. It was kind of fun. Yeah, I really needed a 2-mana accelerator.
God.
My deck is bonkers. Like, all of those lands are good, too. Both of my fetches are 3-color. Like...
The God Eternal whatever was so good. I wasn't in white, but I was reading that card like, oh my God.
Oketra.
Yeah, Josh, I don't usually draft decks like this either. It's like, it's kind of a, like, very traditional cube draft for me. Relative to the sort of wet and wild experimental stuff I usually try to get up to.
Yeah. So you're playing Gilded Lotus just because it's like... I don't know.
Gilded Lotus really helps me cast multiple spells in a turn and fix my double color stuff, but it is definitely
But a... Like Coalition Relic.
Yeah. Gilded Lotus is a candidate for the card to cut, for sure.
Yeah, that would be mine. Also, God, you have Crystal Shard on the sideboard. That's real good.
Yeah, the problem is the only creature I have that's good with it is Murderous Rider. It would mostly be punishing them.
Send me your deck list.
I posted it. Oh, sorry, I didn't DM it to you. I sent it.
That explains. I was like, what am I doing wrong? I mean, I can just go grab it if you want me to.
Yeah, it's in the group 2. No, it's in the quarantine queue.
I found it.
Yeah, Yeah, Crystal Shard's good with Abyssal Persecutor too, I guess, but
Yeah.
almost all of my cards are good with Abyssal Persecutor. Like, most of my Planeswalkers can get rid of it somehow.
Yeah.
Sarah, I have to give you
That's-
your cards, then you're good to go.
Okay. We became buddies. I think.
Yeah, we did.
All right.
To do the import-export.
I like this deck
layout
because
upside down
it gives me
shenanigans.
2 cards that I love making the same joke about over and over again. Has Abyssal Persecutor, where I love to make the I can't possibly win now joke. And I have Gideon Jura, where I get to make the there ain't no party like a Gideon party, because a Gideon party is mandatory joke.
Wait. I don't see where my buddies live. Your joy.
Sure, Artificer.
Dexter, David, what do you think about cuts for this deck?
Yeah, I was just
you.
looking at that. I agree. I tend to agree with the Gilded Lotus. I'm looking up a lot of these Planeswalkers, but I'm
Assume we aren't cutting Planeswalkers.
Yeah,
Except
exactly.
maybe Davriel and Mu Yanling. Those are the
I
weak
just don't
ones,
recognize
but
their names. I'm like googling them. It's, okay, that's a Planeswalker. Yeah, I would be looking at Gilded Lotus or maybe Gul'Draz Assassin.
yeah, I just have like relatively little early stuff to do. For
I just don't. Yeah, I mean, there's maybe a game where you get to level it up all the way, but I feel like you're better off playing. You're going to be tapping out on a lot of these turns because of the Planeswalkers.
yeah, all right, I'll cut Gilded Lotus. I mean, the other nice thing about Gilded Lotus is that I can cast it and a Planeswalker on 7, but whatever.
I don't have a lot of options actually, since it was kind of a challenge to get to 23 even playable.
Wow.
So
Poor Dexter. Oh, because of the Gyruda, right? That makes sense.
Right, even mana costed playables. Yeah, there were plenty of sad that's odd. Well, and I'm really going for this, so I'm gonna take like this even card instead. Just my mana is quite bad, but I start the game with a 6 mana.
Oh, Dexter, I would definitely play 18 lands here. By the way.
Right. Well, then that might just do it.
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it. I was thinking of cutting a. Well, I've got quite a few, I think, good options to cut. But I mean, what do y'all think?
I don't love Itali here. I think the double red is pretty bad for you.
Yeah, Atali is definitely just in the I want hits for Garuda when I play it on turn 6.
You took my silent clearing, you monster. I thought that was gonna wheel.
Yeah, that was in early pack 1 when I didn't know what my other when I was like, am I a blue-black deck? What else am I playing? So, yeah.
I like that Mind Shatter and Stolen by the Fae can give you effectively 5 drops to play, which is nice.
Yeah, that I was excited by that, and sad by the X and 1 spells. Yeah, I can see cutting a Tali. Yeah, just as far as I guess the opponent can have hits as well for big things to hit off Garuda. I just have this guaranteed. I wanted to play into the guaranteed reanimation.
I honestly think even if you just get a Torrential Gearhulk for no value, you're doing fine.
Yeah.
And if you cut a Tali, then the pressure on your red color sources is way lower. So you can afford to play more basic swamps and islands, which I think you want to play 0 basic mountains if you possibly can.
Oh, I had Natalie muted for some reason.
Don't mute Nat.
I think it's because we were in the same room last time and we're getting weird echo crap.
Yeah, maybe. That explains why you were explaining the Boros Signet thing while I was explaining the Boros Signet thing.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Matt, how do you feel about Koth? I feel like I don't. Right now I cut the Duress and the Slaughter Pact, and I'm probably playing 18 lands.
Yeah, I think I like 18 lands here. So you need one more cut, is what you're saying?
Well, that puts me at 39, but I can I have a Pelucranos I can put in place of Koth, be more green.
I actually like Exquisite Firecraft, I think. Or possibly Wilt.
Yeah, I thought about putting Wilt main board.
I like Wilt main deck a lot.
I like Exquisite Firecraft a lot too. What's Wilt? How am I not know?
It's naturalize that cycles for 2.
Yeah, I think you play Wilt main deck, and then you either side it out for Reclamation Stage if you see targets, or side it out for, like, Perforos's Intervention if you don't. Although, actually, why are you playing Faithless Looting? Get Faithless Looting out of here. You're not reanimating anything.
No. Yes, I can. I have Felden.
That's so loose, Sarah. Faithless Looting just for Felden. That card's not good if you don't do something broken with it.
Felden?
No, Faithless Looting.
Oh, Faithless Looting.
Yeah, Felden's good. Faithless Looting is very questionable here. I cut Faithless Looting for Perforos's Intervention. I think that early removal is really strong for you.
How do you feel about light up the stage? I feel like
you're not aggressive enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sorry, David. We were fighting over stuff. But
oh yeah, I can submit my deck now, I guess.
But you got to have all the odd mana cost, Grix.
Am I the David you're talking to?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody asked David for an opinion, and another guy started talking. So I'm like, am I David or is it another David? I just can't tell.
You're David. You're the only David.
Okay.
I think I asked Dexter and David for an opinion.
Okay. I'm David. Yes. That's okay. I just want to play Magic. I love Magic. Thank you.
Let's see. Let's get those basic lands. Let me see if I can actually get all basic lands of the same art. Honestly, I'm not sure I have enough basic lands of the same art to do that. Oh, no, I do. Or I could go for full art basic lands, which I don't. So, very fun.
Your best life, Natalie.
Decisions. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind having different arts. I have different arts when I play this in person, so whatever. What color distribution do I even want? This is going to be tough. So I have 2 3-color lands, 2 black-white lands, 1 blue-black, 1 blue-white. And 1 red, or sorry, 1 mono-white non-land color source. So I have least blue, which makes this Moody Yanling a little awkward, but 1, 2, 3, 4. If I have 3 islands, that should do. And I'm looking at 10 extra card sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources. Probably want like 9, so 3, 4, 4 maybe? Start with that and see where it goes. 2, 3, 4, and 4 swamps. So 4 swamps gives me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black sources. So 9, 9, 7. Oh, plus Boros Signet is 10 white, 9 black, 7 blue. I can mute myself, by the way, if you want to not hear this. Teammates. But it sounds like you don't care.
I just had like the urge to click on Group 1 decks just to get it out of my
that happens to me every week.
Yeah, sometimes I accidentally do click it, and then I just click away before I see anything, because I'm like, oh shit.
Like, the pictures, if you were to do that, are like so small that it's like hard enough to even like be like, yes, I've downloaded all of their deck info.
Alright, this is... Oh, I'm 1 card over here. Right? Why doesn't the constructed deck building thing... Oh, it does show you how many cards. It just doesn't make it obvious that that's what it's showing you. Okay. So this is 9 white sources, 9 black sources, 7 blue sources. That's probably good. Like... With Serum Visions and Sensor, I do want early blue. So, yeah, I like this. Alright. It's time to battle.
Okay.
As usual, one of the teams is ready way before the entire other team. Oh, Evan, I see, is on the other team. Sure.
All right.
I feel like.
Later. Talk to y'all later.
See ya, Sarah. Seranian. All right. Finish up my French toast. This is really good French toast, Liz.
My best.
I know. There are Jules and Teddy. I might know Alexander and Evan.
You probably don't know Evan. He's not from Seattle. He's like Sarah's friend from back home. Although, I guess you're originally from the Bay too, right?
Me?
Yeah. Are you not? Am I wrong?
Me? Talking about me? Yeah.
Yes, you. Yeah. So, Evan is from I think Berkeley area. So it's dimly likely. Alright. I'm gonna get.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at David's sideboard with his crick and all of his awesome mono black things.
To my main deck, sir.
Crick is such a sweet card if you can get it to work.
Yeah, I tried going.
I see yours.
Yeah, I was trying to go mono black, but
I remember you.
it dried up.
I remember you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yep. So I had
Now
to do the uncomfortable pivot and play some cards I'm not exactly happy about, but we'll see how it goes.
It's all about experience.
Drafting's hard.
Bolas Syllable seems pretty fun. Is it really fun?
Which one?
It's extremely
Oh,
fun.
Bolas' Citadel? Yeah.
I put it in every deck I can put my hands on, which is Standard, Modern, which is not good, Pioneer, and 5 of my 12 Commander decks have it in it, so yeah.
And Cube.
At least ends the game. Nothing else for somebody. Usually me. It's basically when you play that card, the Street Fighter music speeds up to the double speed time because the game's going to end soon.
Alright, let me see. Find my deck. Alright, nerds. I'm gonna hop into a separate voice chat, so.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hello. Enjoying your deck? Or the idea of your deck?
Sorry, what was that?
Are you enjoying your deck, or at least the idea of your deck? Oh,
You know, I had to pivot a few times. I don't know if it kind of got all the way there, but we'll see how it works.
well, good luck. Have fun.
You as well.
I will be on and off voice chat because I'm also streaming.
Fair enough.
But if you say something, I will hear you. I'll just be
Gotcha.
muted sometimes.
All right.
All right. Yeah, this is a keepable 6. I think I probably bottom, I guess, Elspeth, because Day of Judgment is a better recovery spell if I need to like wait a few turns for it to get Coalition Relic active. But, you know, the turn 2 Thoughtseize is pretty good. Just double checking that I'm actually muted. I guess I'm going to move the browser window off this screen. Alright, drawing a swamp there was good. Looking like Coalition Relic's probably going to be pretty good here. Or, sorry, like Day of Judgment is probably going to be pretty good.
Oh.
Wowie zowie. Okay, this is an unusual deck, that is for sure. Spell Queller hits 4 or less. It's Spell Queller or Worm Coil for sure. I really don't want my Day to get Spell Quelled. Yeah, I feel like I can find an answer for Worm Coil by the time that becomes an issue. I mean, neither of them is going to be an immediate issue, but I think this should be fine. Yup, Paralimer. I guess maybe taking Benalish Marshal would have been better here, because it Well, no, I want him to overextend. I will have a chance to day here if I need to. Or like day here and get all 3 without Gideon flipping. And I really don't want him to leave up 3 mana turn 3, so this should be great. Yeah, just can't. I mean, it's actually not the worst in the world if I forget to charge my relic. Obviously, it's not the best in the world, but I still can Windswept Heath for a basic plains. Yeah, take 5, and I'm taking 2 more from this Perilous Mirror, so I am definitely down on life total, but, so I think we know 2 of the 3 cards in his hand. No, we only saw 2 planes, so we only know Wormcoil of the cards in his hand. And here we go. And then next turn we resolve Jace and maybe bounce or brainstorm, depending. And life is beautiful all the time. Is it? You know what? We have double blue and double black. I think we can afford to get the basic planes here and have a charge for our Coalition Relic next turn. Never know what we're going to draw that might make that useful.
You know what? Not a fan.
Woomph. I mean, you know, I'm at 8, so depending on what you have to sort of recharge with, I could be in trouble. And you have that Wormcoil threatening me. Ooh, Gidget, huh?
I got so many gids. Big gids.
So I kind of... There's the Godless Shrine I didn't get with... the Windswept Heath. Of course, if I had gotten the Godless Shrine, I would have drawn a plains. So, you know. Do I just Persecutor here?
I like Coalition Relic. It's just I always hate having to, you know, add the counters, remove the counters, add the counters, remove the counters, especially in Commander.
Yeah, it's so fiddly.
Yeah. I mean, I love the design. It's a really cool thing. It's like, yeah, if you don't use it, you get to, you know, do it a little bit more this time.
Yeah, it seems like what it should be is, like, at the end, like, if it were designed within the era where cards were, like, very specifically designed with Magic Online in mind, it seems like what it would be is at the end of, or, like, during your untap step or something, if it's untapped, add a counter to it or something. Or even just at the beginning of your main phase, if it was untapped at the beginning of your turn, make a mana.
Yeah.
Something that just sort of directly expresses what it's trying to do rather than...
I mean, there's a few things like memory issues, I think.
Yeah.
You know, you're changing where the memory has to go.
Yeah.
It's one of these effects that no matter what you do, you're going to have like, some sort of accounting.
All right, Anguished Unmaking is a very good one.
You know, for some reason I thought Abyssal Persecutor meant that you couldn't win, or you couldn't lose the game, but it's you can't win the game.
Yeah, it's the opposite zone
Angel.
Platinum Angel. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna Jace first to see what I hit, but more than likely I'm Anguished Unmaking this Gideon.
It's JC boy.
Ooh. Okay. Well, that changes things. I'm even protected from the Mana Tithe, which is in my sideboard. Gonka Gid. Feel like I'm probably winning here.
My bones.
Yeah. Jace the Mind Sculptor is a pretty good card. Sadly, has lost the distinction of even probably being in like the top 3 cards in the cube at this point, which is a long, hard fall.
Let me see what I can do here.
I think he's still probably the best after all of the companions except maybe Gigantha and Oko, but... Straight at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm at 8. I mean, on the other hand, I can't possibly win the game right now, so...
Yeah, it's impossible.
Alright. What are we even naming with this?
I remember when Jason first came out, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this card!"
Yeah, it's sickening. I wasn't actually playing when Jace came out. That was one of my like breaks. But he's so gross.
Yeah, I actually remember, buying and selling this card like several times over because it's like I remember playing the different decks. You know, there was like Stoneforge with blue in it, and then there was like Blue Manji, which was like Jace and Vengevine. It was that was my deck. Like I loved that deck.
Yeah, I was playing standard a little bit. Kind of the only time I've ever really played standard when Jace was out, but I was not able to afford the Jace tax, and especially for like a very casual standard player, you know, just like FNM level, no hopes of becoming a grinder at any point. So I was just playing like the Jaceless versions of everything, like Jaceless Twin and stuff like that. And it's just so much worse. So much worse.
My big problem here is you got this Gideon, which I don't like.
You know what they say?
If you can't beat him, join him?
No, I was going to say there ain't no party like a Gideon party, because a Gideon party is mandatory.
Well, I have one line here, but it doesn't work because you have Jace, which... Oh, wait, hold on. I got it.
Uh-oh. I don't like hearing that.
We got it.
Oh, no! Fairy. That's a good boy.
Yeah, but... There we go. We figured it out.
Alright. That's definitely less than ideal. Yeah.
Anything all up to Fairy's little quips about time.
Alright. Yeah, as much as I would love to hammer your life total, I don't think I can just let you sit on a Teferi forever.
No, you really can't. Yep, that's probably right.
Thank you. I thought so as well.
But you knew this was coming.
I did a little bit, yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, I'm like, what are you doing tapping mana for a counter spell or something?
Blue, white, black? Would I ever play counter spells? Ridiculous.
No, probably not. So it's all up to this one card. Oh, there it is. There it is. Gideon. Yeah. Why you gotta do me dirty, Gideon? I thought you were my friend. My friend.
He is not. You were mistaken about that.
Well, I absolutely must do this.
Ironically, I am highly not motivated to use this flooded strand for multiple reasons here. On one hand, it diminishes my already very fragile life total.
Tapped creature. Whatever will you do?
I mean, trading Gideon for half of a worm coil engine doesn't seem amazing.
It does not. In fact, no. And you know, you'd only be able to block one of the 3/3s, and
Yeah.
that's no good. Yep.
I could crack this flooded strand to deck them, but I just don't think it's worth it with my life total so low.
I know what's happening here.
Like, there's a very good chance this flooded strand never cracks. I'm probably losing this game right now. Thought I was almost invincible, but I need to draw something good, and I need him to have essentially
Yeah,
nothing.
it doesn't have trample. Why do I think I have trample? Ah, well. What's the worst that can happen here? There's a lot of bad things that could happen here.
Oofa doofa. Also, I forgot to use my coalition relic, so that's neat. Well, Gideon does die. Gideon does very much die. I could be holding lands in hand. I don't know. I have so many things that, like, I can play that draw me cards or whatever. It seems a little greedy to do that, but the man is dead.
Sorry, what was that?
Gideon is indeed dead here. So.
Yep. Spoilers.
All right, you got it. Good game.
All right, thanks.
All right, what are we sideboarding? Do we like Valorous Stance against Wormcoil? It doesn't exile, so it's kind of mediocre. Icefall Regent's actually not the worst Wormcoil answer. Kind of do like this. Very creature-focused deck with a couple Planeswalkers, a couple Flyers. Like, yeah, I kind of like Icefall Regent. I like Revoker against, like, Teferi, kind of, against Little Gideon. Gul'Dar's Assassin actually seems pretty good here. Percy did real work. Davriel is maybe a little bit too board irrelevant. Yeah, alright. I think I like that sideboard. Crystal Shard wouldn't be the worst, but I don't know if I'm going to be up on mana enough for that to be relevant. I really thought I had it when I had the Gideon and the Jason play.
Yeah, no, I was actually looking over my options for that, and I was like, okay, well, I can tuck the Gideon, but then the Jace is there, and the fact that I was able to, like, you know, swing in with those two creatures made all the difference.
Yeah. I wonder if my mulligan that game was a misplay. Like, having another Planeswalker would have been really strong, although, like, probably not. Probably it was the right decision that maybe panned out wrong. What am I bottoming here? I think Revoker. I think this is kind of medium.
As fast as I want it to be.
I mean, I don't have the mana for Persecutor yet, but I feel like it's going to be way better at blocking than Revoker. He is on 7, which is unfortunate. Oh, maybe he's not. Yeah, he's on 6 as well. That's good for me. All right, Shadless Grind. I just think Elspeth Sun's Champion is going to be really, really strong in this matchup, almost no matter what. So I just really, really want to draw a Black Source. Yep, I got it. I'm playing it half color. Still very good.
I mean, that's kind of what we talked about.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the thing is, especially for Boros Signet, like, it's half color in 2 colors that traditionally don't have, like, great control shells. I mean, you know, I'm playing the most traditional white control shell in Cube for sure, but most other white decks don't tend to play the way this one does.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, when I look at your deck, I don't really see it as a white deck. I see it as like a sort of blue-black with some elements of white, because Gideon isn't, you know, what I saw at first.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually more white than I am black by a fair margin. Or more white than I am blue by a fair margin.
Okay.
But I see where you're coming from. Not sure if I'm slamming Elspeth or Obnix next turn. Maybe I wasn't supposed to top both planes, but I feel like I have so much to do with my mana. I guess I'm playing Obnix here. I don't know. I mean, he's representing a counterspell. It could just be Spell Queller, but in case it's not, I mean, Obnix is worse if it's a Spell Queller, but it still trades for... Okay, there's nothing.
All right, we got some more Planeswalkers.
I've got 1 or 2. You know, a Planeswalker here, a Planeswalker there. You make do with what you've got. Actually, because Obnix draws me cards, I guess keeping the 2 planes was pretty good. Because just like, I'm going to be so mana thirsty here. Could have a Avacyn, which I should be aware of. Probably playing Gideon if nothing happens. Yeah. Definitely playing Gideon here. Because Elspeth Sun's Champion doesn't really defend on the ground. Could also play Percy. Sort of depends what I draw, I guess. Again, making black because I don't have double black naturally. That's funny. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost could play Gideon and Abyssal at the same time, but not this. Not in reality. He didn't have a counterspell last turn, so I'm not too worried about it right now.
Yeah.
Just pausing. What's going on?
Why you gotta do me dirty like this?
That counter pause was like, oh, terrifying. Avacyn?
Yep.
Yep. I thought as much.
All right.
Even if I draw nothing, I think there's a pretty good chance I play Percy here. Ooh. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Obnix. You were nice while you lasted. God, Angel of Sanctions isn't even... Wait, is this... Yeah, power 4 or greater. Oof. Brutal. Kind of need to draw something here. Wrath would be good. It's not anything. Yet again, I can't play both. I think I just play Obnix because Elspeth kind of doesn't do much of anything for me at this exact moment.
This bad boy.
He's a bad boy. Said that to mute. He's a bad, bad boy.
Oh, yes.
No! No! What? No! That's illegal. Cut that out.
I want to cast it.
No! Don't. Okay, now I'm slamming Elspeth. Which is a little awkward. It does kill my Obnixilis and leaves Elspeth vulnerable to his creatures.
4 angels.
But I don't think there's any way around that. And of course, Angel of Sanctions comes back at some point. Oh my god. Thought my deck was great, but I am really clawing my way back from... Okay. Okay. Still can't cast 2 spells in a turn. Brutally. Right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these are 11 total. And there is just no chance I play Tezzeret instead. I just have to let...
All right. Okay.
Let this happen. You've still got your angel. Stop complaining.
I got some angels. Not as many angels as I was hoping.
You're, like, very solidly winning on board, so...
Well, we'll see. You still have a card in hand and some mana. There's stuff.
There is stuff. There's often, possibly even always, stuff. What a solemn guy. He's just chilling.
Alright,
Ooh.
let's put them all out there.
I love that you're playing Perilous Mirror. One of my favorite cards in the cube.
Yeah, no, it's a fun little guy, and I was actually thinking, it's like, ooh, if I put out Perilous Mirror and attack with my Cat Soldier, you block with your 6/6. Well, that's 1 damage. Avacyn flips, deals 3 damage to everything, and then Perilous Mirror deals that remaining 2 damage. I was like, oh, that would have been so good. Alright, we got some more Planeswalkers happening here.
I don't know what I'm going to use this Go for the Throat for. It's a little awkward with, you know, a bunch of his cards being artifacts, but I'll find something. I mean, I could just kill this now, make a Gideon, force him to replay it, and not have a very good attack next turn. Yeah? Yeah, that's actually probably better than just waiting to do something fancy. Because this, yeah, the permanent comes back under my control.
Oh no, more mana. Okay. I see what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a risk, but everything is. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually takes Tezzeret here instead, but guess not.
Yes, I will choose that ability.
I think it's fairly likely that I actually zero Tezzeret. I don't block and zero Tezzeret to draw 2 cards. I have so much mana and so many good hits. Like, imagine drawing Jace and bouncing the Angel. Oh, all at me. Wow, I did not expect all at me.
I mean, I feel like trying to battle against Tezzeret right now is not going to be a really great situation. I mean, I guess you got the draw card if you control 3 or more artifacts, draw 2 cards instead, but like that doesn't, like I can't get you down to that right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
it is an unexpected, but I don't think a wrong line.
I mean, I also
Oh
have,
man,
like,
what a
this,
good draw.
Go wide strategy, so you know you see a lot of these like buffs to the team. So you know, hey, maybe I'm putting you in a position for next turn, Dictate of Helium or something like that.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Well, it seems like we probably can't lose.
I feel like either way, you're still getting the 2 cards, so why not make the most of it?
And we know he doesn't have Mana Tithe because we have Mana Tithe.
Yep, that's good. That's good.
Oh my god, I actually forgot it couldn't target the Angel of Sanctions token.
Oh.
Why didn't that target the token? Why couldn't that target? Yeah, the token should copy the converted mana cost of the original, right?
Converted mana cost 3 or greater. I think it might be just like a thing about Embalm.
That it makes it converted mana cost 0, maybe? Oh, with no mana cost. Yeah, it explicitly says with no mana cost.
Okay, so that's why.
Wild. Okay, well, that was not exactly what I hoped to happen. I still think it's probably going to be a good card, but yikes a little bit.
I mean, there's a lot of good stuff for you to go for. Okay, here we go. We got that Icy Dragon. Oh, and it's got that ability. It costs 2 more to target it. Nice.
Nice. Oof. Wow. This is a real cube game. We're just all playing absolute bangers over and over again, huh?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Magic is a real game, huh?
It's a cool game for cool people.
Can't believe I drew Day of Judgment there. What a sick draw. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't like that you've been surviving much longer than I thought.
Straight off the top too. Didn't even need to Tezzeret for it. Oh, I really should have used Tezzeret before I cast that. That was very foolish of me.
It's fine. I'll take the handicap where I can get it.
This is what I call cubing on hard mode.
Yeah.
When I make egregious misplays over and over again.
Yeah.
So Gideon is summoning sick this turn. Or it will be if it becomes a creature. Technically, if you want to be technical about it.
It has not been around since the beginning of your upkeep. Okay. I was like, oh man, I got a whole bunch of mana. I guess can just wait for Entreat the Angels, but I guess I can't.
You're gonna draw that Oketra eventually. I mean, unless I win before then. But okay.
I don't like this.
Elspeth Conquers Death is a sick nasty card. It kind of gets overshadowed by Kira Best's The Sea God as like most bonkers bomby saga ever to exist, but man, it's really strong.
Sees a heck lot more standard play.
Elspeth does? Yeah, I don't think of things in that term.
I don't think I'm winning here now.
I suspect not.
I do not think I'm winning, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, you got Elspeth. Elspeth is real bad for me because you can just destroy everything that's 4 or greater, and then Gideon's gonna locked down. Ugh. More Elspeths.
Planeswalker uniqueness rule works in my favor this time.
I'm gonna I'm gonna concede here.
That's fair.
All right, for all the
4 is your limit on planeswalkers to try to battle against.
I mean, I feel like it's like when there's like a differential of like at least 3 more than what I have. I'm just like, ugh. I mean, I have done it before. I did have a Hour of Devastation once, and that was great. What was that? Thunderous Wrath.
Valorous Stance.
Anyway.
This kills Elspeth and Angel of Serenity and Wormcoil Engine, at least the first half of Wormcoil Engine, so I think this is actually probably good enough at this point. Victim of Night looks a little, or sorry, Go for the Throat looks a little bit awkward, but I still think it's fine. Actually, well, he doesn't have a lot of removal, and this is a way to sort of grind out a game. 4/4 flyers are just really good against him. Maybe I don't want Revoker. We didn't see any new planeswalkers that it's good against. Really just a fairy. No artifact mana either. Yeah. I think it's reasonable to cut that. I don't know. Magic's hard. Complaining to my stream about how Magic is hard after winning, like you do.
Yep. I mean, I feel like that's a good thing to do. Oh, wait, hold on.
Both keeping 7 for, I think, the first time I'll match. I honestly don't know if I find a white-blue or a white-black land here. Obviously, I need double white. I guess I have the double black spell in hand, and I do not have a double blue spell in hand, so probably black. Perilous Mirror is fine. Can even get rid of it with Anguish Unmaking without taking damage, depending on how you squint. I will not pay 2 life. Okay. I do need to draw more lands. Maybe I should be playing 18 lands. I don't know. I have the Boros Signet, so probably not. Come on. Censor, get something good. Mama needs a brand new something to be censored. I really hope he doesn't have Spell Queller in hand. Okay, good.
Oh no.
Bip.
No. Very unhappy.
Okay. This is so awkward. I guess I need this because I do definitely need the second white. And I can play Anguished Unmaking next turn as well as that. One day I'm going to forget to mute before I talk about the cards in my hand, and it will be incredibly embarrassing. I was telling my stream one day I'm going to forget to go on mute before I talk about the cards in my hand. It's going to be really embarrassing. Just going to give away exactly what I'm trying to do.
Ugh. Well, I was really hoping that you wouldn't hit that second land, or that third land, because I thought, oh man, you know, when I saw the Serum Visions first, I'm like, you know, is there the chance that they're looking for another land? But no, unfortunately not. Haha. Take that. Comes into play tapped.
Weirdly enough, I think I have to bottom this. Is that right? I mean, I have the means to cast Obnyx, Elspeth, Gideon all pretty easily. Oh, Elspeth Knight Errant. Yeah, I think I can wait until I have the double blue. I've got plenty to do with my mana. I don't really want to Anguished Unmaking this Thalia, especially because it doesn't really do anything right now. probably just try to unmake whatever he plays. If it's an Oketra, that's pretty bad for me, but if it's like a Teferi, it's not bad at all. Wow, nothing? Stone nothing, huh? Is it like an Elspeth? Or an Avacyn here? If it's Avacyn and I Gideon, and I don't Anguishedly unmake, it is bad for me. Maybe I am supposed to unmake the Thalia. I could also Obnix the Thalia, then if he has Avacyn... No, if he has Avacyn, then it really fucks me over, so... Yeah, I think I do this and then probably land Gideon next turn. I just don't... I mean, either he has nothing in hand, in which case this is fine. Okay, that's fine too. It's actually possibly even better for me, because like... now I get to sort of save... like, lightly save this Anguish unmaking until I get rid of the Spell Queller. So Gideon goes down to 3 here.
Yep, it's big gids.
Which isn't great, but I've got so many other Planeswalkers to sort of help batten down the hatches, so to speak. Because I can next turn land Obnix, kill Spell Queller, use that to kill another creature, and then plus Gideon, so Obnix doesn't immediately die. Ooh. The rare Gideon immediately Anthem.
Well, I mean, it kills your Gideon.
Yeah, it sure does. There's no denying that.
Hey, I'm not against having an Anthem.
If it weren't for this Thalia, I'd probably Elspeth make 3 dudes, but that's not super useful here. Even if I had the double blue, I couldn't really Jace bounce Spell Queller, because then it just dies to Perilous Mirror. I think I have to do the sacrificial Obnixilis here, and just rely on my massive amount of additional Planeswalkers to close it out afterwards.
It's Robert Nixilis.
I thought I was the only one who called him that.
Oh no, I've been calling him Robert Nixilis since day 1.
Oh, bless.
Oh, well, I'm glad that it's caught on in other parts of the world as well.
I thought I had come up with it myself. I mean, maybe we
hey,
did independently.
It might have been like one of these things where it's like good ideas are brought to similar people at the same time.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, the good news here is I get to kill Obnixilis.
I don't think that's good news at all.
No fuss, no muss.
Come on, Elspeth conquers death. Let's do this.
Wait, what? Oh, snap. Well,
did you attack me instead?
Whoopsie doodle.
Oh no!
I must have just rushed through it.
Yeah, I think Gideon Make an Anthem is an underused mode of that card.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of nice when you had multiple Gideons, and it's like, oh man, I got one Gideon on the field.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't want to waste my turn. I mean, I guess you could make 2 allies, but. All right, we got some fuss, some must. You should bounce my Psalm Simulacrum.
I don't think so. I don't think I actually should do that. More like Lingering Souls. I love... one of my favorite plays of Magic is just the Lingering Souls as a moments piece,
Yeah, I like that.
Just sometimes you need a moment's peace. Ooh, big boy. Micaeus with 4 counters as a 5/5? What is this nonsense?
Yeah, he's got that ally in Zendikar, you know, that Gideon fellow.
I feel like by the time Gideon was an ally in Zendikar, Micaeus was well and truly unhallowed.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing. You can't really blame the guy. Micaeus is doing some really dangerous stuff in his art. He's got all these candles, and he's got these really long robes, and he's just, like, being very not cautious about it.
Yeah, that is super dangerous. I am worried about him.
Yeah, Micaeus does not exactly, let's say, live with his life as his main priority in his day-to-day. You know, sometimes I've played him for 0, and I'm an idiot, but it's like, it's a 1-1 for 1. No, it isn't. And we got Elspeth. No. Don't like this. You got 3 things that can do, like, various forms of removal. So, don't like that. Oh, more guys.
I've got a few guys. I was strongly considering minusing Jace there, just because it sort of makes him have wasted his entire last turn. But I think having Jace at 2 with a Perilous Mirror in play, I think is just not very good. Oh, maybe I was supposed to Lingering Souls instead of Guldraws, but... Elspeth definitely gets better with the Gideon emblem on his side of the battlefield. That is for sure. Just jumping here.
You're Obnixilis.
Lots.
Okay, well. I mean, good news here is it makes 4/4s, which you know how to handle.
I sure do.
Oh, and it itself is a 4/7 now. Gideon emblem not helping me out here.
As someone who doesn't really play Constructed a lot, being able to Jace into a fetch land is such a novel experience. I kind of love it.
It feels so good, and you know the fact that fetch lands were in Zendikar, and then you got Jace in Worldwake. Ooh.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ow! 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 Oof! My bones. Well.
You can redraw that occasionally. That's fine with me. I'll deal with it every time.
No. I don't think I'm getting out of this. Yeah, remember how I said if there were like 3 more planeswalkers, I'm kind of in a bad place?
Uh-huh.
I'm in a bad place. Huh?
Are you counting Elspeth Conqueror's Death as a planeswalker here or no?
I'm counting 2 Elspeths, Jason, and Obnix lists
Okay.
as planeswalkers, but you know, Elspeth conquers death. Yeah, that's probably a planeswalker.
I mean, it enters the battlefield, does 2 effects, and then becomes a planeswalker. So like.
Yeah. Okay, so you got Obnixus there, you got Jace there. Let's attack Jace. So maybe that'll turn my life around somehow. Can I entice you in a double block?
Not with my planeswalkers this low, I'm afraid.
Well, I think you got me, but
I suspect so.
I don't
but...
think that there's something in my deck that will get me out of this, except for a Miracle's Entreat the Angels, but even that doesn't work.
Yeah, I do have Elspeth, Sun's Champion, to sort of answer that.
You got that. Maybe I can trick you into activating Obnix's ability like 5 times. Yeah, do it once, just to see how it feels. You know? Better get your Obnixus back up to 3 in case I come at you with something devastating.
There it is.
We did it, fam.
I'm so sorry about this.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Nor should you be. But you got it. I'm just going to concede at this point because you absolutely do have it.
All right. Thank you for the game, Alex. This is wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a great rest of your games.
Thank you. I will. All right, that was a pretty sweet one. I was living in fear of that deck for sure, but we got there. Yeah. No one ever sees the Mana Tithe coming. It reminds me of my one of my favorite cube stories of all time. John Laux and Brian Wong, both of Limited Resources fame, were doing a team draft, which is where you have 3 teams, or 2 teams of 3 determined ahead of time, sitting in alternating positions in the cube. So like it's this totally different, wild, super competitive format of cube drafting, or drafting in general, where like you basically, in theory, know everything in your opponent's decks except for their first picks, because someone on your team passed them those cards. John and Brian were on the same team, and Brian Wong is playing against an opponent who John has played against before, and he says, all right, he's considering casting a spell, and the opponent has 1 open mana, and he asks Brian Wong, he asks John Laux, hey John, have you seen Spell Pierce from their team? And John thinks, and he says, no, I didn't pass a Spell Pierce. I didn't play against the Spell Pierce. I don't think he has Spell Pierce. Brian says, okay, and casts this like big, impactful spell. And the opponent casts Mana Tithe. And Brian's like, oh no, Mana Tithe, he had it. And John looks over from the other seat and says, oh yeah, I saw Mana Tithe. Just the absolute dagger. It was beautiful. Yeah, not playing the Gilded Lotus was correct here. I'm pretty sure. Like, once I got up to 5 mana, I was doing fine. It's just getting there that's the trouble. I guess I could go watch someone else's game. Because you can go to the freeform constructed somewhere. I guess it's here. No watchers. Welcome, Station 17. In theory, there's one more game being played by our folks, but I don't see it here. That's weird. Ugh. Okay, I don't even know where the third match is from our group. I will return shortly. I said nice. All right, I'm back. And I'm going to remember to change my stream away from the be right back. Station 17, you came at a little bit of a downswing. We're waiting for other people to be free. I am going to battle Teddy. Hey, Teddy. You want to go ahead and challenge me?
Oh, okay. I had set up another lobby in the.
Oh, you don't have to do that anymore. In fact, you shouldn't do that. You should direct challenge, because it has a longer timer if you direct challenge for some reason. It's inexplicable, but strangely true. Liz might even come hang out. I really got to get rid of all these old draft decks. Make it really hard to find my cubes.
Yeah. Yeah, I signed in and was like, oh, right, I still have like 30 old vintage cube drafts. And
I have so much triple RTR. Okay. I would like to play first. Thank you. I will be listening to you, but sometimes I'll be muted because I'm talking to stream. Woof. This is interesting. The Mana Tithe looks really bad here. Teddy, what sort of a deck are you?
Sultai, good stuff, basically. Like, I don't have a ton of ramp, but I have Hex Drinker. Multani is like my biggest threat, but I also have like Golos and Lotus Cobra stuff.
Ooh, Golos. That's cooking with gasoline.
I activate Golos off of Lotus Cobra one turn, and it was.
Oh. All right. I'm Esper Super Friends. Making the adult decision and mulliganing that. This is better. This is substantially better. From what I understand of Teddy's deck, I think this Davria might be pretty good against him. And the Gul'Dra's Assassin, actually. It's kind of a way to deal with an early Hex Drinker, which is kind of necessary. Oh, people are messaging me on platforms. Given that Teddy didn't slam a Hex Drinker, I'm probably just going to Davriel next turn rather than leveling Ghoulie Dooley. I guess I could have Flooded Stranded and shocked myself to get the turn 1 Gul'Dra's Assassin. That might honestly have been better. Because then I would get to activate it turn 3 if I drew a untapped land. Let's see, we are probably finding white-black here, I guess. I don't know. We only have mono-black cards in hand. We have more double blue than we have double black, I think. Because we have Jace, Moon, Yanling, Tezzeret versus... I guess we have this... No, we have more double black. Yeah, I'll just get the Godless Shrine. I would get another blue-black. No, that's not true. I need the double blue for Day. Day's probably going to be really good here. Also an answer to Hex Drinker. No. Sorry, I get so distracted when I'm talking to chat. Have we seen much 2-mana counter magic out of you?
Not that I remember.
Cool.
No, I don't believe any.
Show me your moves. Oh, no moves. A little bit flooded there, Teddy? classic battle with Goldra's assassin. Teddy, can you even hear me? What's going on? Oh, my baby. Well. Blam. Cannot allow that to live.
Of course, now.
Teddy, you're cutting in and out a little bit, or maybe a lot of it.
All right.
Yeah, I heard sorry and then nothing else. Sounds like Teddy's internet is not doing great. All right.
Yeah, it's.
I heard, yeah, it's.
That thing. Well, that time. That's actually.
You cut off in the middle of the word actually this time. All right, I'm just gonna go talk to stream. We can trash talk in text chat if you want. All right, let's see. What are we putting in against Teddy? We don't really know that much against his about his deck, other than it has a Hex Drinker, and I mean it's got like some beef. It's got like a Multani. Valorous Stance is probably okay, but is anything particularly bad against it? Revoker's probably good if he has any ramp at all. Day is probably really good. I do kind of like Gabrielle if he's a little on the slower end. Yeah, there's nothing I'm like super excited to side out here. He didn't see Mana Tithe. Like, I don't think Mana Tithe is great against him, but still sort of playing it against a player who doesn't see it coming is generally good. Yeah, I think this is a good main deck. And this is a good hand. I mean, not being able to cast Lingering Souls or Mu Yanling isn't great, but it means basically any land we draw is good, other than basic Swamp. And we have to go for the Throat and Murderous Rider, so, like, whatever. And we've got a lot of fixing, right? Like, in addition to lands, Boros Signet is good here. Crucible, or no, Coalition Relic is good here. That's good everywhere. If I really wanted to go out of my way for it, I could like put in a side window of my chat with Teddy, but I don't. All right, Sunken Hollow was a good draw. What did he reveal? Oh, that's a tricky one. I feel like I should hold up, go for the throat here. Especially because I can Mu Yanling on turn 3. I don't need the Lingering Souls for a while. And I can Mu Yanling turn 3, Murderous Rider turn 4 with Temple of Silence entering the battlefield. Classic turn 3 Arbor Elf. Do I even kill this? I don't know. I feel like I probably do. I'm not going to have a chance to kill stuff for a while. I have this Murderous Rider to coming up to kill more scary things. Ooh. I mean, that Mana Tithe is going to come a lot later, I'm afraid, but... If this gets Mana Leaked, I'm going to have a chuckle. Definitely Murderous. Well, that's a little awkward because it does come back. But, I mean, they're gonna use a counterspell on it eventually, right? So... The other option is I could Coalition Relic hold up Mana Tithe, but they're definitely going to keep up mana to pay for Mana Tithe while Glenelendra is in play. So probably I just do this now so they can't counter the Murderous Rider with Glenelendra. And because then the whole thing goes to the graveyard. And call it good enough. Glenelendra is really good against me. I mean, probably what I do is just play, like, my mediumist spells to bait the Glen as much as possible. I mean, like, obviously Lingering Souls isn't a medium spell. It's a very good spell. But it's, like, spending an entire Glenelendra activation to stop 1/2 of Lingering Souls just isn't great. I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to leave up the Mana Tithe here. Tithing Multani would have been pretty good. Although, I mean... Yeah, Reach, Trample. It's not bad. It is not bad. I could Elspeth it. Well, I can't because I don't have the double white, I guess. They are tapped out of Glen. I think because there's a Multani, I just cash this in for another bird. Elspeth, definitely worse here, but... I think that's okay. Do I Davriel? I think so. It's not going to be great soon because they'll start bouncing lands to do Multani. Although, honestly, making them discard lands is still fine. Can't attack through Multani because it has reach. Yeah, not Mana Tithing, that wasn't great. But I can trade an Elemental for it if they attack, which is pretty good. And if they start recurring... Also, like, getting Hostage Taker there was bonkers. Wow! Was not expecting a concession. All right, looks like we are battling Evan next. Hey, Evan. Oh, I'm on mute. Hey, Evan.
Hello.
How's your draft going so far?
2-0.
Me too. So,
Front row. It
champions
is the final
battle.
boss battle then.
If you're not staying for another round, then yes, it definitely is.
I think I will probably hang it up after this. Start cooking some dinner.
All right. I'm gonna be on and off mute because I am streaming, but I can still hear everything you say.
Okay.
Unless you're on mute, in which case I can't. All right. I think turn 3 we're just gonna level this and kill that probably. I don't know. Maybe I was just supposed to Victim of Night, but it seems like saving my hard removal for big things is probably good. Also, I'm kind of worried about the 4 colors of mana he's representing right now. And 5 actual. Ooh, boy. And it's a zombie. Oh, gosh. All right, well, I guess we're not leveling Guldra's Assassin this turn. Just casually deal 5 to myself.
Pretty good.
It's better than the 6 I was going to take next turn, so.
Absolutely.
Or the 12 I was going to take eventually. Awkwardly, I can't signet plus level plus use. Probably just leveling and using and playing a Sunken Hollow. Ah, he has revealed that he is short on land, and thus I may destroy his elf and feel good about it. I was going to feel good about destroying this elf regardless, I'll be honest. Playing Sunken Hollow there is important strategically because it plays around the possibility that I misunderstood when this enters tapped. Guldra's Assassin working as intended.
Getting one use out of a leveler was always nice, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's a big boy. Big ugly boy. Well, I guess I'm trying to attack down Garrick here. I guess I'm level attack Garrick. He just sacrifices Sakura Tribe Elder, so it kind of doesn't matter. But, I mean, what's the alternative? The alternative is holding up Victim of Night, which honestly might be better, since he's definitely block sacking here. There's no reason to keep the Sakura Tribe Elder around. Yeah, I think this is better. This is why if he plays like a Primeval Titan or something, I can deal with it and land Elspeth. Also, it means that Elspeth's -3 doesn't kill Guldra's Assassin immediately. Yeah, and Hallowed Fountain tapped. If I had thought this through, could I have played Boros Signet? No. Not unless I was victim of knighting on my turn. Uh-oh, he's got Garrick Ultimate ready. Oh no, you've got Garrick Ultimate. What is this? What are you doing? I don't like when my opponents tap mana. Oh, that's pretty nice.
Not bad against the sorcery.
Yeah.
Grade.
Just set me back 5 mana. More stuff. Alright, that's getting a victim of night. Ooh boy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so he can cast Terastodon next turn. How do we feel about that? We don't feel good about it. Alright. In that case, we are not playing Elspeth, because we don't want Elspeth to turn into an elephant. Elspeth. We are probably continuing to hold up Victim of Night. I think we just play Boros Signet, because we want to be able to hit Elspeth as soon as possible in case we our lands turn into elephants, and Guldra's Assassin and then pass. Guldra's a passin. The ideal here is that he assumes that Terastodon as a 9/9 will be able to outclass all our elephants, and then we Victim of Night it, and then we have a bunch of elephants. If he makes a bunch of elephants on his side, that's less than ideal, although Elspeth is better in that case. And so is Guldra's Assassin, actually. Ooh. Alright, making me wait for the Duder. That's yeah, that's bad for me. Still can't Terrast this turn, which is actually bad for me, because every turn we wait for Terastodon to happen is a turn that we just don't we can't cast Elspeth. Ooh, that's also not good. Not good for old Nat. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we have to Victim of Night this. I don't know what our outs are really.
That is such a fun removal spell.
Victim of Night?
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't hit Pelucrinus though. Yeah, so we can Revoker or Garrick, but he's just going to have natural 8 mana next turn anyway. We can Revoker, and Renin 6 just instantly kills Revoker. So I guess we Revoker Renin 6, so he can't go off with Fiery Islet. Hope he Terastodons Elspeth minus just to kill literal Terastodon. And hope that works out. Oh my god. I named my Phyrexian Revoker instead of Renin 6 because I'm distracted.
I was gonna say, that's an odd choice.
Would you mind playing as though I named Renin 6?
I won't activate him.
Thank you. I think it's fairly obvious that that was a misclick.
That's a pretty funny misclick.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I was talking to Stream about how I was going to Phyrexian Revoker Renin 6, but I said the word Phyrexian Revoker while I was typing in the name,
And
and
typed it,
yeah, can't possibly type a different word that I'm saying out loud. Sometimes I claim I'm smart, but we all know that's a lie. Oh, the big elephant, the honker, the beep boop. Dr. Toots. I can come up with more names for Terastodon if you'd like.
Dr. Terastodon, MD.
The trumpeting bastard. That big guy we love to hate. This brings me to 2. Are you sure you didn't just have lethal with Garrick Ultimate there?
I did not add it up. I'll be perfectly honest.
You just went for the sweet play? I can't blame you. There's no world in which I can possibly blame you.
Yeah, a little loose, and getting Terastodon on board that turn seems fine.
Yeah.
Here.
Alright. That will be game.
Game 2.
Alright. Valorous Stance seems incredible. I think I also like Icefall Regent, just like, he has a lot of big creatures, right? Crystal Shard I don't think is great against a deck with a lot of enters the battlefield effects and just sort of extra mana lying around. I mean, it does mean that if he, I mean, honestly, even if he goes for Terastodon turn 8 or whatever, or like with exactly 8, it's still not great for me to bounce that with Crystal Shard. What isn't great? Kind of like Davriel. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's good. Revoker, I think, is really good. We saw 2 good Planeswalkers. I like Guldraws, even though it does die to Ren and 6, if it comes right down to that. Anguish and Making seems great. Murderous Rider's great. Oh boy. My deck's very strong. Maybe it's Censor. Yeah. I mean, this is better late game than Manatithe, but I feel like getting an early Manatithe and putting him off like the turn 3 Garrick or something is really good. Well, I guess that's true for Censor as well. Yeah, maybe I'll cut Tithe. Wait, did I side in 2 cards? Oh my god. I mean, maybe I just cut Guldra's Assassin and Phyrexian Revoker and make the Ren and 6 just a lot worse against me. I still have Lingering Souls, though. Yeah, I don't think I can cut all of the things that Ren and 6 is good against, unfortunately. What a good card. Day of Judgment is amazing. Alright. Cutting Censor, I think. I think it is just the objectively weaker card. And I'm cutting Permanence, is that right? God damn, so good. Maybe it is Davriel. I don't know. I do like this guy. But maybe his deck is just too fast. I would love to play first. This is a risky keep, but the turn 1 Windswept Heath, Manatithe, your 1-drop Elf, then Serum Visions, I think is pretty strong. We're obviously fetching Hallowed Fountain here. And we are definitely shocking ourselves. I mean, there's a very real chance we just don't draw our second land and lose, but this is too sweet of a play to pass up. Oh yeah, turn 1, shock yourself, Hallowed Fountain. Love it.
The mana type is always
Sweet
nice.
natural draw island there. All right, bottom. I guess we don't have double black, so this probably goes on the bottom too. We just want to find lands. Plus, bottom is better when you have Temple of Silence. Again, don't have double black, so really just want to get Jace online as soon as possible. Well, that blows. Do we just Lingering Souls and let them get slowly picked off by Ren and 6? That seems pretty terrible. I feel like we want to get Abyssal Persecutor online, but we can't very quickly. I guess we go for the Jace and just start Fate Sealing / Elspeth Conquers Death if we draw a land that's not a swamp / Abyssal Persecutor if we draw a land that is a swamp. God, Ren and 6 is bananas. Also, if I can Lingering Souls flashback, the Ren and 6 play gets a lot less scary, which I can't. So I guess we are Jacerating, which is fine. I think we can even afford to Jace 0 here for a turn, because we really, really want to find a land. There we go. No black, but that's fine. So Elspeth can also conquer death to get Jace back at some point. Or Percy, sort of depending what happens. Buh. Look at that combo, just like I drew it up when I was putting Ren and 6 in the cube. And all the Horizon lands.
I could have used like one fetch for this deck, but...
You know what? That Ren and 6 has been just fine for you.
It's nice. We're going to be able to get something out of it. Let's see.
Wow, they're barely seeing Sakura Tribe Elder attack.
Steve contains multitudes.
He is vast. No one would say that that is not sweet. So I could 0 Jace here again. It gives him an opportunity to kill it with Elder plus Ren and 6, because I'm... Well... Am I Elspeth Conquering Death here?
Oh, I didn't think that through at all. I was thinking I was going to actually ping Jace down. Or what am I doing?
The other option is we just Lingering Souls, let Garrick live for a turn, but that keeps Ren and 6 off of Ultimate. Although, honestly, I don't think Ultimating Ren and 6 is going to be that amazing here. So I think we can wait a turn, which means I'm going to Fate Seal myself to get Jace out of kill range. I am going to put this on the bottom. I don't need lands that desperately, and the lands I do need are black.
What is this card?
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Seems really excellent. Alright. Get something out of here, tax me, and then go to town. See you later, Garrick.
So it's not obvious that I'm actually going to have a planeswalker or creature in the graveyard by the time Jace happens. So I'm actually going to play this Gul'Draz's Assassin as kind of bait. Keeps Ren and 6 off of Ultimate longer. Allows me to rebuy something rather than nothing with Elspeth Conquers Death. I mean, obviously, if Jace dies, it's just a total sacrificial lamb, but... And if he feels like it's more important to plus Ren and 6 and get the draw or just get to Ultimate, Gul'Draz can attack in, which is nice. This could be something not great for me. Okay. Song of the Dryads. Fair game. We do have Anguished Unmaking, which can undo that at some point. I need to take the Ren and 6 bait. Ooh, Sunken Hollow is actually pretty good. Because this way I get to... Well, I could Percy or I could double Souls. I still only have 2 black mana. Percy's probably better. Because it doesn't get gonked by Ren and 6 at all, and it just kills Ren and 6 next turn. And yeah, it is good. I would rather have Gul'Draz's Assassin in my graveyard than in my hand right now. Anguished Unmaking is just a really, really good card. Against
question is, how good is the
Evan's
one
deck?
card in it?
That is the question, isn't it?
That's the one on everybody's mind. Take this.
Ooh, the boy himself.
Got the chiseled abs.
Oakley dokley. Abyssal Persecutor is green. There's no arguing with that. All right. Playing and flashing back Lingering Souls here, because it's less weak to Oko going haywire than leveling Gul'Draz, although I'm also going to do that. Keeping a land in hand, because I want to scare him. Scare him, Masala. Alright. Not feeling great about this. This deck is not supposed to have fewer planeswalkers on the battlefield than the opponent. That is not how it's supposed to work. drawn a fair number of lands. Although, again, this deck is supposed to be able to operate on a fair number of lands, so... I'm also terrified of his 6 cards in hand. Maybe he won't notice that the Guldrauza's House has a +1/+1 counter. Yup. Makes sense. Ooh. Plow Under's an annoying one. So is Courser of Kruphix, honestly. If we draw a black source, that's fine. I wonder if he'll Plow Under my Jace. I'm guessing no. Okay. All right. That was an excellent draw. What are we doing with it? That's the real question. So many options. I feel like killing Song of the Dryads, bouncing Courser of Kruphix. Unfortunately, we can't make this bigger than a 2/2, but we can bring Ren and 6 down to 5 and kill Oko. I mean, he's also representing a hard counter, but, you know, if that happens, that happens. There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, I guess Oko is sort of dying regardless.
That's pretty good.
I've been waiting to draw that all game. Hey, Jace is still down by my lands. What's the deal?
Whoa. Good old Moto.
Good old Moto.
A stylistic choice.
For
In a
sure.
tournament
For
setting-
sure.
In a tournament setting, I'd be calling the judge on that.
Actually, I could bounce Courser, but I could also just brainstorm. I have a lot of good draws. Some of which do get rid of Courser. Some of which... And even if I don't, I can still put Ren and 6 off Ultimate. Like, at this point, Ultimate...
Is this a battle chat?
Yes, it is. But you can come spectate our match, I think.
I don't know if I clicked the right thing.
Cowards can't block warriors.
Let me see if someone else needs to battle first.
Okay, yeah. Cowards, indeed. Cannot block those warriors. Unfortunately, we only have 1 black mana, so we can't Thoughtseize plus Go for the Throat, but we can Revoker plus Go for the Throat, which is pretty sick.
Yeah. That's enough to really put me on the back heel, I think.
Jace is a good one.
Kill off one, but not both. Probably just kill Oko. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Naming the correct card this time.
There we go. Right.
I was a little bit scared that I would look at that card and it would read Ren's Run Vanquisher or something.
Oh no. Plowunder is not gonna get there.
Plowunder is not the best against Jace the Mind Sculptor. I will admit that.
This is not the situation for it exactly.
Would have been really good if you'd drawn it 1 turn earlier. Would have been almost unbeatable. All right. Apparently, Teddy had some trouble trading back cards, but it's all good now. Wow, I wasn't expecting the plow under on the temple. I admit.
The Scryland, it's tapped. I don't think it does me that much. It's like you get to draw one card off of your, or you get to draw 2 cards off your brainstorm. It's. I think I'm in the corner now for sure. I have to rip something pretty slick to get out of this. I don't think I have it. Got it. Yeah, that's gonna get rid of.
Oh, nice Champion of Ronas. What a sweet card.
That card is sweet. I don't think I had ever given that card much notice.
Yeah, it's here to like combo with, you know, Terastodon, Grizzlebrand, Emrakul, that kind of thing.
Yeah, all the yeah, I ended up in basically the green ramp deck. It's kind of been doing that.
I'm a little surprised you didn't Burst Lightning the Revoker there on your turn.
Oh, see? That's what I mean by playing loose. I'm not the hottest right now. Those, yeah. See, now I can just blap them.
Oh, yeah.
Would've been
Neither of us are playing the hottest that we possibly could, I guess.
Would have been better to get it on the last.
Yeah.
During my turn. Oh, a card, but card. Got it.
All right. Oh, these are hard-fought battles. All right.
Yeah, that one, it just, I think I really got whittled away by maybe 1 or 2 poor choices. And getting Jace back in the game was huge.
Is there anything we want to change here? I do like Davriel out. I think it's just not very good against Ren and 6. Do we like Censor enough to put it back in for something? I don't think so. I think just big, powerful effects are what we're going for here. Yeah. I guess he did Sea Manatithe and or on the draw, both of which make it worse.
Alright, game 3, good luck.
You too. Have a nice clean one. No misplays. Let's shake on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold off on this Serum Visions. I want to get this Victim of Night out early, potentially. Well, not on that. But like if he goes, I guess Pelucranos doesn't get Victim of Night. If he goes like, I don't know, Oracle will die. Why didn't he sacrifice the Crow Tribe Elder? Did you mean to sacrifice Steve there?
I did. Good old misplay.
Good old misplays. We said no. We agreed.
I've truly done a bad one.
I'm so disappointed in you, Evan.
I understand. I'll do better.
Thank you. I not only expect it, I demand it. Sacrificing now so you don't forget. Classic
Worst
F6
po-
synergy.
Worst possible sequence.
Hey, you got that point of damage in. Maybe it matters. You don't know.
It could get there. There we go.
That was a pretty sick Serum Visions right there. Okay, well, really not playing many things I can Victim of Night or Phyrexianly Revoke, but it's going to be a good Thoughtseize next turn. And then I can potentially just land the aggressive Revoker, you know, naming a creature he has in hand. Oh, fuck, I misordered them? Are you kidding me? That makes me feel bad. Can't even complain about it because he'll know.
Let's go for it.
Big game. Do I just use Flooded Strand here? It shuffles away a Thoughtseize, but that's probably not going to be super relevant, so... And I really don't need that extra land. Getting Hallowed Fountain. I could just make it untapped and make him terrified of, yeah. Put the Fear of God into him. Whoa, aggro. Not where I expected this to go. Ooh, extra aggro. So this becomes a 5-power attacker. I think I probably just have to kill that. Ooh, that's good too. That is good. I don't think I use it on the Rishkar. I think he has too many really oomphy spells. Yeah, being able to take the Plow Under there with the Thoughtseize would have been really good. Well, that blows. I mean, it's okay. I have Icefall Regent next turn to deal with it, but of all of the big boom booms he could have played. Ooh!
The Plow Under, but the very underwhelming follow-up.
Evan, would you call that follow-up Plow Underwhelming?
Yeah, there you go. I knew the removal was gonna be there.
That was right off the top too.
He's gonna have to fight through it. Let's see.
Well, that's a scary one. No one really likes that champion of Ronas kicking about.
It's gonna get go for the throated, isn't it?
I can't possibly let that live.
Ooh,
Or I can't
okay.
let it attack, I
That's
guess
a
is more
nice
to the
card.
point. As much as I would love to Elspeth here. I guess awkwardly Icefall Regent dies to Elspeth, but probably won't need to -3 anytime soon, given Go for the Throat and Valorous stance. Spot removal is so good in this cube. It is just so good.
Ooh, if I get Manatized here, it's a blowout. Let's not.
See, I told you. I like playing the Hallowed Fountain untapped really made him play scared. It genuinely did. That 2 life is worth it for him not playing whatever horrifying 7-drop. I'm like nervous about casting this Elspeth because he has Terrastodon. Terrastodon's just so good against my deck. It's disgusting. I don't even have like a hard counter for it.
If I get Mana Tide, that's a blowout either way.
Garrick is, sweet for me because I can just revoke it. Which means I, again, don't get to play else. Oh, actually, I could just attack it with Icefall Regent, potentially, depending on...
Ugh, I'm disgusted. Played good up until this point. Now I'm just...
Yeah, looks like that was a mistake. Ooh. I mean... Well, let's see if this attack goes through. I think I'm just going to have to let him do whatever he's going to do. I don't think I can keep up quote-unquote Mana Tithe any longer. Because, like, doing that just means doing absolutely nothing this turn, which is so bad. I'm casting the worst Elspeth here because it holds up Go for the Throat, and it means that if he has some
no
sort of
activation.
removal... Oh my god. We're all playing our very best right now. Our very absolute best. Oh god, and you have the kill too. Hilarious.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
short
man.
one mana to kill Regent, and I could have not played around Mana Tithe and just killed it last turn, and instead I just something infinitely worse.
Yeah, but you got the Elspeth because I did something infinitely bad. So
not bad. We're trading very weak blows at the moment.
trading misses.
Yeah.
Well, after signaling I don't have Mana Tithe, I obviously draw Mana Tithe, which is very funny. Do I just slam the other Elspeth anyway? No, I might head on board. I have answers to a lot of stuff he could play. I think I just wait until I have the extra white mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean,
okay.
It's not great. Oh, it looks like I can actually counter nerf that ability with Revoker, which is funny. I probably will. Do it with Valorous Stance because my white mana is tighter, and ooh, nice. And I can do that Revoker and still hold up Mana Tithe. That's pretty sick.
Ooh. Oh, you can turn off Perlukinos, right?
Yup. Oh, you can't hear me?
It's an activated ability?
That is correct. I even looked up to make sure. This is Unchained, yes? Yes.
Perlukinos, Unchained. Yep.
All right. Explore. Okay. is pretty awkward if he goes to 8 lands here. Oh no, he didn't even have the land. Manowar's all right.
Right.
Is that enough to
Something
no, it is
resembling
not
a
enough to bring
line.
back Polychronos in the same turn, which is good.
A little dicey with Icefall over here, though. I feel like the pressure's on.
Oh, another Plains is so good.
Yep.
Feeling a lot safer than I normally would against this deck. Playing out multiple Planeswalkers into a potential Terastodon. Partly because Mu Yanling has sort of served her purpose. Like, once she makes the first
don't
elemental,
minus.
Everything else is
There we go.
gravy. But also
Yeah.
because I have the Mana Tithe if he Terastodons this turn. If he Terastodons next turn, that is genuinely pretty bad for me. But he has to also have something to answer Icefall Regent plus Elemental Bird. Well, I mean, I guess technically he's not dead to those, but if I can swing around with my soldiers, then that works too. And Corsair of Kruphix doesn't even kill anything because of Mu Yanling. Yep, yep, yep. Mu Yamlam. What a weird Planeswalker. I put her in over Jace Beleren because I kind of like the idea of a 3-mana blue Planeswalker that could actually affect the board. I think she's pretty alright. I mean, honestly, neither of those cards is great. Both of them sort of requires a more or less empty board to do anything. Mu Yanling, or the stalemated board, I guess I should say. Mu Yanling at least a little bit helps to stalemate the board. And like, you know, 3 mana for a suspend 1 4/4 is pretty alright. And again, everything beyond that is kind of gravy. If you can get 2 4/4s off of her, she's outstanding. And if you get 2 4/4s off of her and have her survive, she's like, she's very, very good. But I like giving blue decks a little bit more of a way to interact with the board. I think that's just more fun Magic, honestly. What you got? I'm on the edge of my seat.
This is pretty much it. I don't think it's like I can bounce escape Lukranos.
Yeah, you don't have the mana for that.
But you have 8 damage in the air. Oh, what does it cost? 6.
Lukranos costs 6, yeah. I did the math last turn. Because I was scared.
Let's see. If that's the case, then...
And I happen to know that I took Pyroclasm out of the cube in this most recent update, so... Although Earthquake is still in. Although, I guess Earthquake doesn't really help much here.
Not quite. Let's see.
I guess you could Earthquake for 1, reanimate Polukranos, but it doesn't have reach, so it doesn't really help. How has Polukranos been, by the way? It's a relatively new addition to the cube.
Pretty strong. Didn't really get the chance to play with them. I like the counter mechanic, actually.
Phantom Polukranos, for those of us who played during Judgment.
Work either.
Our most swimmy friend. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think it's the play that is most likely to keep me in the game. It's really not it doesn't feel the best.
I mean, Manowar killing a 4/4 flyer is usually a very good thing.
It's just the situation is just too.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty behind on board, I will admit.
Pretty.
Oh man.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine me losing from this point. Like even if he somehow has been sandbagging land to Rastodon, which is next to impossible, then like kills all 3 of my planeswalkers. I have a bunch of elephants and he's at 1. I have a bunch of soldiers and he's at 1. If he has damnation somehow, keep in mind, like, I guess they have to be cards he draws off of Waterlogged Grove.
Yeah, that's it. Good game.
All right.
I had Maelstrom Wanderer in hand, so I actually.
Oh man.
I should have blocked Phyrexian Revoker instead. That's the dumbest thing. I don't know if I would have gotten there. I don't. It's like I could hit. I don't even know what I could hit to get around the soldier tokens, though.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game.
Good game. All right. One more match. Potentially. Once again, no matchers allowed for this one. I just want to watch my friends punch each other. Maybe I should add a note to the drafting the instructions guide that says like make your match watchable and have your do your voice chat in an open channel.
I'm wondering what that even. I didn't even see the. I guess you have to look on the little.
Yeah, there's a little.
It's when you open the challenge thing. Oh, watchers allowed. There's a little thing you have to. Watchers allowed is a little. There's 2 checkboxes for true and false, and it allows you to check both of them.
What?
Nice, Moto.
Oh,
nice,
Magic Online.
That is a nice one. I just want to fire off a game and have it like see if I can bug it out. Oh, it actually doesn't let you click OK. You have both checked. This is more of a radio button. It's more of a radio button than a checkbox situation, I suppose.
Like a poor man's radio button.
Yeah. They only have checkbox. The radio button, they're getting it next year.
Yeah. It's funny because it's just like C# like win forms, I'm pretty sure. So there's no reason it shouldn't have a radio button.
It's just a forgotten piece of UI that nobody's thinking about.
Yeah.
I guess.
To be fair, they definitely have a lot of UI to catch up on.
Oh yeah.
All right, let me see.
That's the thing that blew my mind was researching how to do trade bots, and people are just doing it with like like UI like macro automation.
Yeah, horrifying.
It seems like that's the only information I could find about like any of it. It's totally wild.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to like monitor the network traffic, and maybe it's SSL'd, but if so, then there has to be a decryption key on disk or in memory somewhere. But it probably changes often enough that like keeping it up to date is easier just going through the UI.
Yeah, that would be fairly elaborate. It's kind of too bad because it's such a great way to it's a great way to play with cards that are not from the past few years, right? It's just the support is never really there.
What is a great way?
It's a great way to play old formats like and cubes and stuff like this, but it's really just so unsupported. It would be great to be able to make like a draft bot, right?
Yeah.
That like automatically trades the cards, like I was thinking.
Yeah, God, it would be so good.
You look into it for a minute, and it's like, well. Also, I'm trying to figure out how to tag Liz, and it doesn't seem like I can. We're
Where is the... Normally, when I do a screen capture, it pops up a little thing that allows me to edit it, but not this time. Is there like, does MS Paint still exist? Yep.
Is Liz available to take cards back? Or should I give them to you?
Let me poke her IRL. Give me 1 sec. I gotta gotta update the description. Oh, it sounds like she's in the bathroom.
Oh, no worries. I can come back in like 10 minutes.
She should be ready soon. There we go. Now the instructions suggest that people do the thing. All right. I will be right back, stream. It sounds like Jules will be ready in a moment. Well, it sounds like Jules is going into game 3, after which he will be ready. Actually, hey Liz. When you have a minute, Evan is ready to trade back cards.
Great, I'll go jump on the computer.
Evan, did you hear that?
Yeah. Thank you.
Excuse me. It's been a while since I've done this well in a cube draft. I mean, we'll see how I do against Jules, I guess, but it's exciting. Gotta show off my deck on Twitter, of course. Actually, if I include the sideboard. Alright, this hand owns. No blue, but whatever. Just pretend we're a black-white deck. Hello, Jules. How's your draft going so far?
Pretty well. I think I'm 3-0, but I don't remember very well. All my matches were very long.
Oh, man. Ain't that the way?
Yeah.
I am also 3-0, so this could be the finals. Or it could not. There's really no way to know for sure.
Yeah. Maybe if everyone else remembers their record, we can figure it out.
Yeah, then we have to, like, make a spreadsheet. I usually don't do that unless it's, like, proper, proper, what am I trying to say? Rotisserie draft, where it's like, everyone is in it for the long haul. Oh, you got the prismatic lens.
Yeah.
You smarmy jerk.
Part of why my deck's so good, but
Yeah,
less
well.
so when you thought sees me after I keep this. But some people are just really good at Magic.
And some people are really good at drawing a land at the absolute perfect time.
Needs to be the right one, too.
Is that a vampire or a werewolf or a zombie?
No. Fine, I'll just keep here drawing as well as can be expected, but still losing.
Aw, boo-hoo. Kept a one-lander, got your mana rock thought seized, drew straight lands, and you're complaining about it?
I did acknowledge I was drawing as well as could reasonably be.
You did. I can't deny it.
I didn't even draw my one-of that would have been the best draw there.
Jules left the chat. Jules is back in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know. I got some message about some automatically dropped something. I don't know, but
weird.
I didn't see it. I just hopped back in the chat.
This is gonna get
So I've done it.
pathed.
The
Or
game's
potentially
fine.
exclusion maged. Either way, I don't really care. Like if it's pathed, then I get to land an Elspeth, and if it's
I'll let
exclusion
you
maged,
win
I get to do it again. Ooh, ghoul draws, huh? My deck looks hilariously like it's mono black splashing, which it is not, but that's fine. Alright, what you gonna do? No, it's not a red source, so
No.
I'm okay with it.
I
Just
also
please don't play a red source. Hey Dexter.
Hi.
How's tricks, as they say?
Oh, good. It was some fun times.
I'm so glad you could join us.
Yeah, this was fun. It was fun to play again. I'll be excited to kind of get back into it next time. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Dexter.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just turned off push to talk, so I wanted to make sure. Now that I'm going to be talking. Yeah. So I need to give back my cards now.
All right, I'll shout for Liz. One sec. All right, she knows. She will come when she's available.
I got totally creamed, but I had some fun games. And it's nice to be playing Magic again. So.
Yeah, I like Magic. It's a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
So they say.
I've heard it.
Are you gonna ninja me here, Jules?
That would be sweet. But I'm not that
The only
good.
ninjas in the cube are black. I'm afraid.
Yeah. Putting one in that had 2 toughness also wouldn't have been great, so because most of the blue ones do.
Sorry, say that again?
Most of the blue ones have 2 toughness also, which
Yeah.
wouldn't have been great here.
Little bit awkward.
Nice. Okay, give you your cards back.
It didn't take too long. We're getting this down to a bit of a science. Ideally, we would have a robot that could do it for us, but Magic Online doesn't have like an API that you can tap into, so.
My deck was pretty fun. I think maybe I was fighting a lot over these Grixis things. I feel like there's a better Garuda deck out in the like that is draftable, but I did not get it. And
yeah,
I was playing a lot of duds and a lot of like I ended up playing the I ended up just kind of counting out the creatures, and I ended up playing that dinosaur, and because like and it's good that I did, because there were times where like out of the 8 cards I only hit one thing with Garuda.
Yeah.
Like it really sucks if you don't hit anything with it. So it's but it's fun, and it was fun to play with it, and it was fun to have it was funny to have other powerful 6-drops like Frost Titan and Torrential Gearhulk, because it would often be like, well shit, I could just play one of these and like I'm on turn 6 and just go for it. But yeah. There's probably a more tuned version of the one I played, but I did not get to play it. It was fun to play with some of the new cards though.
Just realized I could have probably put my Goldra's Assassin out of a Johnny range, and that might have been better.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if that was correct or not. It's like you do have the Persecutor to sort of slice both ways against the Johnny.
Oh, you that wasn't as good for you, Natalie?
The Coalition Relic? No, because it means my Goldra's, like if I leveled Goldra's to a 4/4, Johnny Vengeance Minus doesn't do anything. So Jules is sort of priced into plussing, which is better for me, I guess. I mean, it doesn't give him card advantage, so.
But this was fun. I'd be happy to play again. Jules and I played this monster game where we basically played one 80-card deck against each other because we were stealing each other's cards so much. It was wild.
Yeah.
Well, now I don't know what's going on. Now I'm just confused.
But I'm going to head out. This is super fun, and I'll chat with all you later.
Thank you so much for joining, Dexter. Yeah. I'm glad you could.
Good getting to play. You see, the thing that makes this make sense, hopefully, is the other lightning healer.
Huh. All right. It's pretty good. I mean, I can't possibly win this game, so.
It does say that right on the card. Now I'm trying to figure out, do you have the kill spell in hand? I think I've got to play like you do. Nice.
Love that tithe.
Yeah.
Banana tithe. No.
Ooh.
That's Abyssal Persecutor for you.
Yep.
It does persecute abyssally. Abysmally? I don't know.
Yeah, I think those mean different things, but who's to say?
What do I side in here? I think maybe nothing? Like, he doesn't really have big, or at least I didn't see big creatures that make me want Valorous Stance or Icefall Regent. I mean, Doom Whisper is just a good card, but what would I cut for it? I saw enough utility nonsense that, like, probably my cheap, efficient removal is still good. I mean, I'm in the draw and he saw Mana Tithe, which makes it a little bit worse, but I think having early interaction is still good. So, yeah, I think I just keep it as it is. Just really cosplaying a mono black deck against Jules, I guess. Do I turn one the Ghoul draws? Now I definitely do. I think if I didn't draw that untapped land, I probably would have just gone Temple of Silence. I mean, I don't know. Ooh. I gotta feel like turn 2 Coalition Relic, or turn 3 Coalition Relic is more important than leveling Ghoul draws here. Especially since I don't necessarily get to activate it next turn. Yeah, lands are just important for this deck and this hand. Between Murderous Rider and Gul'Draz's Assassin, I have a lot of mana sinks. I'm not going to run out of things to do with this mana. So I think doing it this way is better. I could have played the island in the hopes that I drew a blue source for Mu Yanling, but that seems riskier. I don't know. Maybe we've seen counter magic from Jules. Jules, has my team seen counter magic from you?
Yeah, they have seen the Modern Horizons 1 free counter, the one.
Got it. Force of negation.
Yeah.
Well, show me your moves. I see.
Question.
Well, that is getting Obnixed. Robert Nexilus is coming to call. Robert Nexilus is coming for y'all. Ooh, I can even Windswept Heath finding Sunken. Nope, that's not how that works. Because that does not fetch blue. This is still great. One thing I've learned from this cube draft is that Planeswalkers are still good.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get bad while I wasn't looking.
Good to double check. You never know.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta draft a lot of Planeswalkers and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's just life.
True.
Life is like a bowl of Planeswalkers, as my mom always says.
Mine too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic mom saying, I think.
Yeah. I guess just universal truths like that nobody's going to fail to identify.
Exactly. Ooh, that's not the best sudden demise I've ever seen, if I'm being brutally honest.
No, that is true. But I don't know how to beat up Nicholas, so I think I have to stick this to find multiple cards to do it with.
I mean, you could just attack it for 1 every turn.
Yeah, that's an approach. You'll run out of 1 life a turn still anyway. So.
Fuck.
And I won't deck, so
He's
I'm
got
pretty
me.
sure I won.
Alright. Super secret tech.
I see. Won't even let my miserably bad sudden demise be effective at its one job.
I am, if I'm being honest, probably making an elemental next turn regardless.
Fair.
Gotta win this game somehow, I think. Maybe not. Maybe that's just not true. If only I drafted the Nexus of Fate, I would not have to win this game somehow.
Ooh. That's what I'm talking about.
My goal is one day in this cube to win a game off of Nexus of Fate plus Ob Nixilis' Reignited's ultimate, and just casting Nexus of Fate and dealing 2 damage every turn.
That's excellent.
It's just the dream.
I mean, I don't want to see a game where it happens, but I want to hear about a game where it
happens. Exactly. You don't want to sit through this, but it's like an art film, right? Like,
right.
Don't make me deal with it, but yeah, I'll listen to a story. I'll hear a summary. You know, I think it is actually just better for you not to get action.
Jules.
Jules.
Hi, Jules. I know Jules.
Or, as I like to call him, Jawls.
I know.
True.
Also, I know you can't hear me.
This is a little late to the party, but I guess we'll still cast.
Alright, well. Okay. And you have the Mana Tithe protection up? For shame.
Play around everything. Except, you know, your 2 onboard planeswalkers.
Yeah, they aren't doing much. Ooh, look at this fancy guy.
Mm-hmm.
He sure brains a storm.
So close to doing something.
No attacks with the literal core, huh? You think it's better untapped than tapped?
Yeah, I don't remember any that are in the cube, but I know there are some removal spells that hit tapped creatures, and very few that specifically hit untapped creatures.
I'll give you one for free. Gideon Jura.
There we go. Yeah. And
which has been seen from my deck, so you're really playing around this hardcore.
Cool.
I express impressiveness. Impression? Is that a word? I don't think it's a word. I'm impressed is what I'm trying to say.
Shuffle before I scry.
That's smart. That's thinking with portals.
Yeah. Don't know what I can scry into to beat these, but you know, there's the effort.
I guess there's not a removal. Actually, Oblivion Stone is in my cube. That kills planeswalkers, right?
There we go. Yeah.
You could have that in your deck. Or like, I know, what was it? The Second Sun or whatever, the Ixalan card that turns off planeswalkers. That was in the draft for sure.
Yeah.
All right. I was even clever enough to make the elemental after wrathing.
Yeah.
I almost didn't. I had the menu open, but I got there in the end. What you got? Ooh, that sounds like a 4/4 elemental to me.
Yeah.
Or maybe a 2/4 elemental.
Could be.
Whoa! Look at that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right. I'm going to have to actually take a game action to deal with this. You forced my hand.
Boring. All right. Well, we're back to can't win, but I'm glad I got to make you take a game action.
I mean, Flicker Wisp would be okay here if I didn't have, Ob Nixilis.
Yeah.
Or Mu Yanling in play.
Right.
If I had neither of those cards, it would be really good.
Even if you had both of them, but the Mu Yanling had 1 toughness and the Ob Nixilis had 1 toughness, and I got to pick what card I drew every turn for the rest of the game, I think I could win then.
I think you're probably right, yeah. Although...
Oof.
Yeah, I got a truly baffling number of really good planeswalkers in this draft.
This is impressive.
Like, I've heard people describe a deck with 3 planeswalkers as super friends, to which I say, no. No.
Yeah.
This deck has, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 planeswalkers.
Jesus.
One of which is uncommon, which, sort of halfway counts, but...
Alright, thinking about it more, I think I just have to do this now, but I also can't win whether I do it now or later. Got all sorts of fancy tricks.
Yeah, your deck does seem sweet. I'm not surprised you went 3-0 up to this point.
Oh, I was
Man,
gonna
that Path
deal
to
with
Exile
one
would
of
have been
your
really good,
planeswalkers.
too.
Yeah. I was all set to kill one of your planeswalkers.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being totally honest with each other, a lot of the reason I'm winning this is I am top decking like an absolute champion.
To be fair, it is easier when you draw 2 cards a turn.
That's also true. That is also true. He's back.
Mm-hmm. You can take the Gales out of the cavalry. Alright, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, whoops. That's not what I was trying to click. Oh well, doesn't matter. I was not winning this game.
Corncob Nixilis. That would be kind of a fun altar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nombo.
I could have maybe done that in a different order and it might have been better.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're fine though.
You might survive.
I think I will make it through that misplay. Yeah. Oh shoot.
See, you've got your own Cavalier of the Gale. It's cheaper.
Well, if it's any comfort, I just misplayed too, so. Well, again, I guess I should really say. You get your bash.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to kill a Planeswalker unless you have a card in hand. Alright, that's a lie. I'm not going to get to kill a Planeswalker. I guess I have to avoid dying instead.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that is the case. I just straight up forget to tap Coalition Relic.
Yeah, I guess with a Jace and an Ob Nixilis, you can easily run through even all this mana.
Ugh, I've given him every chance to win this game. I mean, I'm not saying that as like a slight on Jules' playing ability. Jules is probably a substantially better Magic player than me in the abstract. But in the sense of like, I've made a tremendous number of misplays and given him a lot of extra draws.
Oh,
all right.
Get one game.
Thanks for the games.
Yeah.